Yay!
Loot points? What do we
Tracy, I'm not happy with all the other decisions you made in the campaign. Subtract 6 loot points from your character sheet.
Yay! It's only right. I've committed atrocities.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Somebody just pull out the Thanos quote.
Yeah, that was me.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Look
That's
away,
what's
little
really
one.
disturbing about how Ant-Man beats Thanos. This is not canon, so don't worry, it's not a spoiler. But they were just like, the only way I see him beating Thanos is to like go super small, but then crawl up inside his butt.
Yeah, like literally explode from the inside.
But how do you know that Thanos' insides, including his butthole, aren't like Hulk strong like the rest of him? So when he when he expands, like he just turns into a human suit. Some people shouldn't be.
So wait, are you telling me Ant-Man becomes the next Iron Man, but instead he's just Thanos Man?
More like Soup Man coming from Thanos' butt.
So I'm looking at a video on YouTube right now, and it's of Pokemon designed as weapons.
So.
I mean, they've already done that.
Yeah, this is the new one that just came out not too long ago.
Is this trophy or something?
No, it's just someone.
Where is AR-15 Mon?
Funny you should ask. Right now, I'm looking at Aegislash and a Shield and Sword Pokemon. What would you think?
They are really beginning. I thought they were scraping the bottom of the barrel when they brought out Garbodon, a little pile of trash.
How about Aegislash sword form as a crossbow and piece of ammunition? Like the whole Pokemon is loaded on a crossbow.
Once they made Rotom, the machine Pokemon, and it just looked like a whatever, that's when I knew they jumped with like character designs.
Hey, I'm just saying, the day they make a prostatum is when I leave.
See, here's the thing about Aegislash.
Shermon!
This person's our interpretation. It's a rifle with a bayonet.
Oh, that's hot.
Oh my god, really?
Hot.
Legit.
I was hoping for an AK-47 with like a bottle of vodka.
Alright, we're about to start. Before we do, we're going to go top to bottom in Discord. Taylor, what's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon, you said?
Yes.
Gosh, there are too many to choose from.
You have no favorite. Ha! Tracy, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Pikachu.
Oh my god.
Basic.
Generic as they come.
Jackal, what's your favorite Pokemon?
I'm the other basic, Eevee. Fucking love Eevee.
Civil War. Anthony, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Hitmonchan.
And Prenene, what's your favorite?
It's Aaron, the little like metal dog.
Lamp boy.
Can I say mine,
Aaron.
Brandon?
And also Grookey. Yeah.
Go ahead, Taylor.
Best pick.
I like Charizard.
Charizard? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Well, all of you guys were wrong. The answer was Flygon. So, we are...
Take care, Flygon. And
Flygon was my favorite in 6th grade.
Oh, did you just indirectly call me immature? Anyways, we're gonna start.
I was about to say, never liked Flygon. Flygon's always been a piece of trash.
Okay. You guys say correctly.
He's a ground type that can fly. He's immune to electric attacks while having flying abilities.
You can fly, or you can dig, and then no one can hit you underground with Earthquake. No one! Nobody! Out of the thousands of Pokemon moves there is, that one, off limits.
you can dig and not be hit by Earthquake?
Yes.
That makes no sense.
He has the ability Levitate. He's permanently immune to ground type moves.
So is he just like...
He levitates while digging.
Yeah, exactly. Just like...
There's a force field around him.
It's the stankiest, most awesome thing ever. Because people don't ever expect it. It's like, oh, he's using Dig. I'll just switch out to my Earthquake physical attacker. That
makes no sense, Brandon.
So when he digs, he just has this force field around him that's like pushing the rock away.
I mean, or he just asks it politely to not.
I'm sorry, just could you not be in my way, please? Thank you.
Or you come with the Pokemon hunting team from Russia, and well, you clean up Pokemon.
Okay, so
I am Bear. I have always been Bear.
So
My fam.
is the Braviary gonna be like the new main bad guy's main Pokemon in this new game since it's in Britain?
No, there's gonna be a, I don't know, I posted a meme on it forever ago. Pokemon vote to leave, Pokemon vote to stay.
Oh my god.
But anyways, we're gonna start tonight. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome everybody to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group C Through the Heart. Hopefully, the final episode before we start their next big storyline.
Wait, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons? I thought we were playing Dragons and Dungeons. I'm in the wrong group. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, I mean, we're really playing, politicians and wars.
Yay!
I thought we were playing
fucked us.
Pokemon.
I
Why did
choose
ask us
you,
about
sentimental
Pokemon
disasters.
if we're not playing Pokemon?
Oh, why did I ask you about your Pokemon? If we're not, cause I don't have
He
a
loves
good
us.
answer. I like
He's
Pokemon.
trying to be a good dad, Taylor.
I was
God.
trying to be invested in your emotional well-being.
Why can't you ever be supportive of our father?
A good dad shows up on time.
Oh.
He
Hey.
was just late coming back from getting cigarettes.
Yeah, at least I was at your soccer game. I might have been drunk while I was there and cursed out another parent, but I was there for you,
Do
Timmy.
you ever come to
Darn
the
it.
soccer games?
Unlike your mother, which is why you should stay with me!
No, soccer's for nerds.
I'm a nerd.
I'm kidding. Okay. So, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. It is a role-playing game. Everything you're seeing is live storytelling tonight, and anything can happen. The setting we're playing in is Ilderon. It is our homebrewed campaign setting, and there's a link in the description if you want to read about it. And there's a beautiful 3 paragraphs that perfectly sum up the world on the first page of the wiki when you click that link. The way I am doing the recaps now, we are going in a circle. 1 week we're going to go from the oldest member of the party to the newest member of the party, and then the next week we're going to go from the newest member of the party to the oldest member of the party. And we are going to recap the last session from our character's perspective, ideally as short as possible. And you say what your character did last session and then what they're hoping to do this session. So we are going to go with the oldest member of Group C, which is going to be Lumagrax. Tell us what Lumagrax did last session and what he's hoping to do this session, Taylor.
We started with me last session. We used to do the other way.
Okay, well, I was trying to give everybody an opportunity to kind of remember going on from the more memorable
I have no idea what
moments.
happened last session.
That's fair, and I think who's the newest member of the party? Is that going to
It was
be?
like a month ago.
That's
Newest member of the
going to be Anthony. Anthony. We'll do from the newest to the oldest. Anthony.
I think that's fair because I actually watched the last episode, or I listened to the last episode at work today, so I actually know what happens.
Okay. All right. Hit us.
Doing his homework.
I had actually forgotten, so I figured I had to. Last session, Celebris met up with the rest of them and was alerted to Icium, Altus's, and Grax's actions. While he was teaching Galcina and Leafy, trying to at least how to read with Netra. We went back to the guild hall and continued to try to teach them how to read. Then I had a heart-to-heart with Carter before we left, and got some stuff out of there. That night while I was sleeping, Grax came into the room while I was sleeping and shoved his cursed murder sword into my chest at the bequeath of the goddess of death. Yeah, that happened. And then, instead of murdering Grax, I told him to do it again, and I will murder you. Then the following day, we head out, said my goodbyes to Carter, and then we started heading on our way. While Aloharan kept calling everyone from Ardor nothing but barbarians.
Because she's nice like that.
How rude.
Okay, so from there, the next oldest member is going to be, or the next newest member is going to be Jackal controlling Dusty. Oh, wait, before then, what's Celebrus hoping to accomplish this session?
To continue with the trend that I started in Group A and breaking the Dockensdale curse. Get the fuck out of the city.
Ha! You wish. I'm kidding. Okay, so Dusty controlled by Jackal.
Alright. Well, what I remember is I kind of hanged around the group last session.
Hung around.
Saw the paladin start teaching the kids and thought it's only fair I contribute something actually useful than those useless book learning. And started teaching them the rules of the streets. On top of that, I checking my notes. I slipped alt to something.
A dagger.
No, did I?
Rope.
It just said I slipped him something.
Altus
has something in his possession that he is not aware of.
Yeah, you were Altus was making the joke that he doesn't have a dagger. Then it was brought up that...
Oh, wait, no, I found it. It's not a dagger, but I did give him something.
Okay, so what's Dusty hoping to get accomplished this session?
Stay alive, make a small profit while doing it, and generally just fuck with the party.
Okay. Alright. Next, it's going to be Prenene controlling Netra.
I don't quite remember what we did. I do remember like hanging out with Celebrus. I think we were at the library with Gelsina and.
Yeah, you guys came back to the mansion.
I tried to find out more about, I think, the Jaredith Monastery, but I don't think I could find out more. That's gonna be my goal for this, to just go with the group, continue on this whatever quest to try and stop a war, I guess.
Okay.
And along the way, I'm gonna try and find out what happened to the monastery and to my people.
Okay. Next up, it's going to be Tracy controlling Altus.
I took food. Gotta take more. I really don't remember anything.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
What's Altus's goal this session?
Bring peace across the world, make friends.
Sell sack packs?
Yes. Hashtag it. Sack pack. I gotta get my energy going.
Alright, so... Oh, and finally, we have Taylor controlling Lumagrax.
I might have stabbed a teammate because the goddess of death said it might be a good idea. I didn't question it, and I expertly convinced Ilderon to come with us, even though I rolled like a 2 or 3 on my skill thing.
Sometimes it's not what we roll, but rather the words we choose. What's Lumagrax's
really
goal for this session?
To not die.
Not die. That seems to be like... I'm glad the party's united in one mission together.
Why do I feel like this simple objective is going to be much harder than it sounds?
Guys, do we want to complete the quest? No. We want to not die together. Alright. Okay. So, as you guys heard from all the different party members, I'll summarize this part super quick. Your session started off on the 14th of Hunter. You guys had tried to... the 14th of Hunter, you had talked to Lyra. She gave you the mission to head to Ardor and broker peace. From there, you guys went back to the guild house. Celebris talked to Carter, and then Celebris and Netra also tried to teach the girls how to read. Dusty taught them, started teaching them how... Yeah, these can't. Lathy is at 2 successes on learning how to read and 1 success on Thieves Can't. Once they get 3 in either category, they'll pick up that skill. Altus talked to his donkey. The donkey was of no help. It's not a donkey, it's a celestial spirit shaped as a donkey.
No, he's a donkey.
Lumagrax talked with Ilderon, and they basically discussed the mission Lumagrax is on, and Lumagrax didn't completely tell her why they were going, but through some accidental slips of the tongue, Lumagrax convinced her to come. Oh my god. There'd have been 10,000 better ways to phrase that. Celebris.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Celebris and Carter discussed their history together over drinks. Then that night, Lumagrax was... he saw a dream. He saw a dream of his brother, Kefin. And Kefin was killed by cultists. Lumagrax kind of has unresolved trauma in it, and that he never really found out much about that cult, and he never really investigated what happened. And before he could really think about what that dream meant, Lumagrax went out to get some fresh air, and he saw the goddess of death. She informed him that there is a being by the name of the Fifth Ascended inside of Ardor Serai, and that if Lumagrax is headed in that direction, that he needs to be killed. And that Lumagrax would be the one to do this, and Celebris could serve as his herald, keeping him safe on the journey there. From there, you went... Oh, no, you didn't go to sleep. You had to unlock Celebris' powers, and she told you how to do so. Yeah, using the sword. Lumagrax went to the sleeping Celebris, stabbed him through the chest. Celebris felt his form kind of like, which was once set in stone, just kind of feel looser and more free. Lumagrax and Celebris discussed that briefly before they went back to sleep. Then on the morning of the 15th of Hunter, the party took, I think about between all of you guys, about 26 rations from, no, it might have been 60. You guys took a bunch of rations from the guild house. Lathy decided to join the party. Ilderon joined too, citing that Lumagrax convinced her. And Alexa, stop. Sorry about that. And let me turn that to Do Not Disturb. Okay, yeah, so Lumagrax revealed he is a Ardorian, but not of his noble heritage. and guys in Windspear join the party. If he oh my god, stop messaging me. Anyways, if he gets the party safely to Ardor and back, then he will he'll be able to free the rest of his order from prison. Geisen was a part of the order that Lydia was in charge of, and they were all labeled as deserters when Lydia abandoned her posts and hid. The party prepared to leave, and that's where we're going to start off now. So it is the mid-morning of the 15th of Hunter. You guys are in the city of Dockensdale. Let me close this.
The hell?
I'm sorry, real quick. Hey, I'm live streaming right now. I love you. Stop calling me.
Amazing.
I love you too.
Your mom call?
Yes.
I love you and wouldn't have
over
hung
and
out
over
on
and
you.
over and over, I think. Dad. Yeah. Alright. Okay, we are in Dockensdale tonight, and we are starting from there. Yeah, it is the 15th of Hunter. You guys have left the guild house. Carter has kicked most of you out of the guild. And by most of you, Icium and Altus were the only two members left.
Which you then kicked out.
Mm-hmm.
Which why?
You guys are on the streets of Lesser Servant Way, and I'll circle the area of town you're in. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, we actually made it into town? I thought we were still...
No, you guys
you're on
haven't
the road.
officially left yet. You guys taking to the road and just leaving?
I thought we already left. We were on the road last time.
I thought we already left the city.
No, we were at the gate.
I mean, assuming we have everything we need. Like, we're not a buddy or anything.
No, I thought we were already gone.
No. So you guys were leaving the guild house altogether. If the decision, though, is to just leave the city and head towards Ardor, that is perfectly fine with me. I'm going to grab some percentage die, and then we can slap on with this Mamma Jamma.
There was talk of trying to get a Aloharan to bankroll us a way across so we didn't have to travel north. But I don't think we ever made the full call on that.
Alright, as you guys are leaving the guild house and headed towards the gate, heading in the opposite direction, Old Man Pam and Pindu, Lathy's brother, they are going to say their goodbyes to the party. Pindu is going to Pindu's going to grab Lathy and say, I'm glad you can see again, sis, but the roads are dangerous. And she's going to say, look, we spent all that time with our uncle. Right's right, and we're just going to do it. He nods, and he's going to hug her. And Pam's going to be the next one. He's going to look at her with a stiff bottom lip, kind of tilting his head back. And then he's gonna say, "You remind me of my daughter." And she's gonna say, "I know, Granddad, you say that a lot." And he's gonna say, "This isn't a bad thing." After a moment... Oh, go ahead.
Celebris is going to look at him as he's saying this. Don't worry, we'll have her home safe and sound in no time.
He's, after staring back and forth for a second, he's going to fish through his cloak and pull out this horrific leather waterlogged book. And he's going to hand it towards Lathy. Say, "For the roads, when you're having trouble sleeping, remember a story always helps." She is going to she's going to look at this book and say, Granddad, you took this?" He's going to say, "That man was a smuggler back in Isildred. He's not gonna miss it." She's going to nod, give him a long hug, and then he looks towards Celebris and says, "I'll have you at your word, knight."
We're only as good as our words sometimes. But it's everything I have to offer you now.
He's gonna walk up to Lumagrax, and say, "You remind me of my granddaughter. She bears the mark of the Alban like you. Quiet, but well-spoken when needed."
Grax grunts.
And he's gonna nod and say, "If the goddess wills it, may our paths cross again." And he's gonna start hobbling down the street. Pindu's going to look towards the party, look towards him, look towards the party, and then he's gonna say, "Granddad, wait!" And go running down the street after him. Lathy walks back towards the party with the book underneath her arm.
You have a good family, Lathy.
She nods and says, "Parts of it."
I like the old man. Took something that wasn't his.
Maybe he can teach you some ways, Dusty.
Please, I'm a master.
She is going to hold up the book and say, "This is the journal of the Overlord of Isildred. The one Dravier was reading from. If we ever decide to go back there, maybe it can tell us some of his secrets." No. She tosses it. No, I'm kidding.
It's like, you guys want to go back, you're free to, but leave me out of it, thanks. It's been enough years in that horrid place.
This definitely could be useful knowledge.
Alright, so you guys are going to head towards the gates and beeline towards Ardor?
Netra, you said you needed to get a mace or something, a weapon?
Oh yeah, I wanted to get another Valkyrie Morningstar. And a decanter of endless water. So I lost both those things.
let us see real quick.
Yeah, I don't know how strict they are on magic items in the city.
It's not going to be terribly difficult to find those in Dockensdale. The only thing is, in order to tell you about them, I do actually need my player's handbook. Alright, how much is a Morning Star? Morning Star is 15 gold pieces. You can add one to your inventory, a Valpyr one for 115 gold.
I can do that.
And looking for a decanter of endless water. Would anybody be selling one? You are going to get lucky on that. They want...
I still have like the starting gold and platinum pieces, so I could still...
Yeah. They're gonna want 280 gold for it.
That works.
Okay, you can add that to your inventory.
About 270 gold.
Is there anything that I can just steal?
Is there anything you
Actually,
can
that's
steal?
a good point. What's in this store?
These are people you've been trading with for these. These aren't common items you can just find willy-nilly if like everybody has them in stock. I just roll percentage dice if somebody did have one of these
But
two
we're
items.
like in a flea market?
Yeah, you guys would be, walking down Major Servant Way, you would be able to find, like, little people with carts or items that they're, just shopping or selling or trying to trade. Down on your luck, sell your adventuring gear.
Is there
I sell
anything
my body?
interesting?
Is there anything interesting in Dockensdale? This is how you get stuck in Dockensdale for another session.
Let's start a quest.
Well, like...
Lydia
I
will
don't
be
know.
fine.
Fuck it. Dusty's just gonna steal, like, a couple, like, knickknacks. A sock or two.
Hey, I can roll for you on the knick-knack table.
Yeah. Go ahead. Should I just roll sleight of hand or stealth and sleight of hand?
No, I'm just gonna roll for you on the knick-knack table.
Oh, well, that really says. What trinket do I get?
Alright, give me a second to... Here we go. 38. What is 38? You're going to steal a tiny palm-sized sketch of a goblin.
It's Gibsock.
Yep. And then 65. You are going to steal a silk nightcap.
Oh, that's actually worth something.
And 19. The final thing you're able to nab off with is a pipe. And it is it has a chunk of soap in it. When you put water in it, it blows bubbles.
I'm just gonna say, after we walk out of the flea market, I will be using that pipe and blowing bubbles.
Can I try and sell some sack pack?
Some sack pack.
I need gold.
You can set up a soapbox and give a pitch. What do you say on your soapbox pitch?
Okay,
I suggestion you want to buy it.
I say subtle spell, so no one actually hears it or sees any movements or anything like that. And then I use mass suggestion.
Okay, and what do you say?
Buy my sack packs for 5 gold apiece.
Alright, and mass suggestion affects how many people?
Up to 10.
Of your choice, or anyone that hears it?
There we go. Up to 12 creatures of your choice that you can see within range and that can hear and understand you.
Alright, So here we go. You're just gonna pick 12 random people.
Yep, I'm gonna get this line rolling. I'm gonna say, sack pack! Sack pack, one and all! Come and get one for your back! It's a sack to put your things in!
Buy my sack pack. Alright, what is your spell save DC?
Oh, let's see. It is 16.
Okay.
146.
It is 16. One person is going to fail. Another person is going to... hold on. Give me a second.
I mean, 9 out of the 12 naturally failed without any mods.
Yeah.
It's pretty good for random rolls.
I'm just reading the spell.
It's actually, I mean, that actually is like a perfect distribution because 15 out of 20 is 75%, and then 9 out of 20 is also 75%.
So, yeah, 9 people are going to fail this and like come up to you and start.
I think we're leaving the city today.
Yeah, are going to start buying these sack packs. A couple of them are going to, a few are going to look confused, as if, you know, they've been affected by magic, but they're, you know, uncertain as to exactly what. You can sell, 9 times 5?
I get 45 gold.
Yeah, there you go. So you can add 45 gold to your inventory.
Boy, coming up in there. Do I get any customers, you know, like coming up, watching these people buy them?
No.
Yeah, coming up in the world of magic manipulation. Altus, good boy.
But what about the guy?
Going here.
What about the guy that rolled a natural 20? I want to know what happens with him.
Actually, I have a question. Am I around when he's doing his sale pitch?
No, you know, you're running around stealing stuff. Yeah. Okay, so
damn it, I should have pickpocketed some of the people who went up to buy sack packs.
as this
That's so much more gold.
as this is happening,
we could get a ring going.
as this is happening, one person is going to start like looking at these people, and it's one of the people who failed the check, and they're going to, and here we'll roll them up at random. They're going to grab like one person and say, "Why do you want to buy that?" And he's going to pull on another person and say, Alu, stop! You're being charmed!" And then on another person say, Hey, you're being charmed!
While this is going on, I'm sneaking out stage left.
Thank you very much. Time to go.
Roll me a stealth check.
Alright.
Not around to help you.
Alright, RNGesus, let's rock. Alright, RNGesus, I'm going to hell. You.
Wait, no, I'm going to burn my inspiration. Let him reroll.
I have an inspiration. Don't worry.
Not burning my inspiration, then use your own.
I'll burn my own inspiration. I can't deal with a crowd of vagrants.
Better.
Slightly better?
A lot better. That's 10 better.
Okay, so you are going to like start sneaking out, and you know, he's going to pull a couple people aside, like, "Hey, you guys are being charmed. It's just a burlap sack with a rope in it. Look, he's." They point to the stage, and you know, Altus is gone, and everybody's going to be like kind of looking around at this. Before one lady points at Altus, and like as he's sneaking off, and says, "There he is!" And then the like the few people who've completed the course of action are going to be like looking at their hands, the sack pack, and then looking towards Altus, and it's like, hey, I want my gold back. And then another person and another person. I want my gold back too. Yeah.
No refund. Sorry, people. You bought the allure of the pack. Now you get the sack. I'm running.
All right, where are you running to? Towards the gate?
Yes. Rest of the party is towards gate.
Yeah, you guys are. So I'm assuming all of this is happening while you guys are on your way out of town. So you were going down Lessons.
I'm out of this bitch.
Servant Way, and then you guys could go to that gate, or you can go to that gate.
Yeah, I'm gonna book it for the first gate.
Okay. All right. So committing crimes in the streets of Dockensdale.
There were no crimes committed, but one of fashion, for them not liking their burlap sack.
You see, Dusty can get away with it because his stats are stupid.
Okay, so Altus has taken and charmed 9 people and essentially taken money from them, and has began running. You can subtract 9 sack packs from your inventory and add 45 gold. As for everybody else, you guys were doing a bit of shopping with these different traders and merchants on the side of the road and people peddling their goods. As you see Altus sprint past you, heading down the street, turning into an alley, and continuing to run. What's everybody else doing?
I'm blowing bubbles and just very casually would like to stealthily flick a smoke bomb in Altus's direction. So would that be a sleight of hand or would that be stealth?
No. I'll allow you to just throw the smoke bomb as
because I don't want to be caught throwing the smoke bomb. Like, he's an accomplice. No, I just like
yeah. Give me a sleight of hand check.
All right. Is that over 10? I'm trying to pull up my roll.
It is not. So it's 22. All right. You are going to throw the smoke bomb as Altus is running. Does Altus want to do anything in this brief patch of smoke?
Run.
More? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep running for that gate.
Alright, they are going to run through the smoke, chasing after you. Okay, the rest of the party.
I did my part.
You guys booking it towards the gate too?
Casual walk.
I mean,
we'll catch up with them.
I have no reason to run there, but...
We're not accomplices.
Hold on. Can I see if I can find somebody that's gonna have, like, a, Oh, I'm looking.
I did my bit to help you, and,
Yeah, I should have hid. That's my B.
either that or, like, don't you have, like, disguise self? Maybe, like, disguise yourself as a completely random person who's, like, startled by the smoke?
Now that you say that.
Or invisibility.
Or invisibility. Like, literally pull a ninja vanishing act, like, puff of smoke, you're gone.
It's alright. I'll get to the gate. Their jurisdiction is there.
This could only end well.
What's the question?
Can I go and get... Sorry, can I get... Gosh, that's a lot of... is there any place I can find, like, a shield that's, like, plus 1? Can I see if anybody is selling anything that's, like, a more advanced shield, I guess? Instead of just the one I have.
Are you asking around for it, or...?
Yeah, I'm asking around.
Yeah, people in this area are going to tell you the shop with the best shields is a shop on the street of Shield Way, surprisingly. A woman by the name of Nadanir runs it.
How appropriately named.
And I'll also want to buy, before I leave, I also want to buy like a splint armor, which it says is 200 GP.
Okay, so Netra is heading to Shield's Way to buy a shield. Altus is booking it nonstop to the gates. As you guys are, as Altus is running, you are going to catch the attention of several Risen members on patrol. And they are going to stop you, Altus, and they're going to say, "Halt, citizen! What's the issue?"
Oh, this just got way worse. This crowd is chasing me. For
How well can you bullshit?
They're mad, for I am better than them with the sorcerers, and I gotta go. Run. Hopefully, like, they'll just be like a little roadblock for the really mad crowd, and then they'll just be like, "What is it, citizens?" And by the time the citizens are all like, "Rebel, rebel, 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 rebel," I'll be long gone.
Altus turns and flees. Okay. Yeah, they're going to get to this crowd, pointing towards Altus, sprinting in the distance. The Risen members turning around and joining in this chase.
Oh boy.
Alright. Oh.
Just kind of coming up behind the crowd, like blowing bubbles.
Nothing to see here. No crimes committed by this one.
I am a law-abiding citizen, only concerned for the law and how this could.
I would just love if one of the crowd was just like, "Hey, that's my bubble pipe!"
It's like, I would like to... Someone stole my novelty bubble... Hey! That would be funny.
Okay, so, Altus keeps running. What is, Lumbergrax and Celebris, what are Lumbergrax and Celebris doing?
When I see the commotion, Grax rolls his eyes, grunts, and says, I guess we're going then." And then he strolls casually towards the city gates.
Like the rest of us are in a casual walk.
Should we see if we can help him?
I threw a smoke bomb and he, they still...
Completely barfed it.
Yeah, like, he didn't really try to take advantage of it, so, I've done my bit.
No, it's fine. I have out of character real quick. I just have something going on that's annoying me.
Okay, so we'll transition real quick as the party casually strolls behind Altus. Netra, you're heading into this shield shop.
Yeah, I just wanted to find like a +1 shield or anything like that. That would be like a better shield.
Like, better than what I got.
Better than what I got. And a better armor. Like, I was saying before I like, I want to
Something
get
that's not waterlogged.
that too. But also, like, just something that's, like, gonna give me an actual armor class that's decent.
Aren't you in plate mail?
I'm in chain, aren't I?
I'm not certain. I was just asking. Let me look real quick.
I wish I was in plate mail. That would make things a lot easier.
You are in plate mail.
Okay.
Or wait, no, you're not. You're in chainmail, and then you have a shield equipped. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's chain, so you're going to go get plate.
Yeah, plate costs a lot.
Yes, it does. It is expensive, and it takes time to make because it has to be custom made to fit you.
I mean, do you want me to steal you some plate?
If you do,
I probably should have gotten them when we first came here.
if
I
you
thought
do,
about
it's
it.
still the issue of it doesn't fit her.
What about splint armor? Splint armor doesn't need to be... Does it?
Say it again.
Splint.
Yeah,
armor.
Splint doesn't have to.
Yeah.
It's the plate that costs the extra bit.
So I'm basically just going to be looking for a splint and better shield.
Okay, so heading to Nadenir's, she specializes in shields. And this is the 15th of Hunter you're in here? Okay, yeah, so stepping inside, you're going to see this elven woman. This elven woman in front of a bit of chainmail. And she is going to be walking around this, and there are 8 other Lonagians in here, dark tan skinned people, watching her, and she seems to be teaching them, and she is going to say, Kraylor, well done on this chainmail. Each of the links is perfectly woven together, and you can see that as long as you have that, they all bind together and make for a defensive front for anything trying to hit the wearer. See, chainmail like this, it's the attention to detail that really helps the armor be effective. And she's going to say, I think each of you have earned your rank, or have earned an additional rank in the guild. Our lesson on chainmail is done this week. Well done. The apprentices are all going to start clapping for the man in the middle. As you step inside, she's going to look back at you and say, another customer. Looking around in here, this seems to be an artisan's guild. There are different shields on the wall, all bearing different holy symbols, crafted out of metal and molded to the face of these shields. Some are tower shields, some are bucklers, some are I don't know what the regular name for a shield is.
Shield.
Yeah.
It's just a shield.
Yeah, some look like that.
Yes, amazing drawings. I didn't know you brought one of your students here.
Teacher, I made a sketch. I want to make this into a shield. Try again.
Horrible. This is how you do it. You didn't.
I'm just going to throw mine onto the desk and just ask her, like, anything better than this?
Yeah, as you come and throw that down, she's going to look across the wall, and she is going to say, "Oh, my darling, you are blue."
Is that it?
Yeah. And?
She shrugs and says, "A curious note I haven't seen before."
Well, there aren't many of us around these parts.
And she nods, still inspecting the shields, and says, "Well, where are you from?"
I am from a city that's been lost to time, basically. Not many people have visited it in a long time. And
go ahead.
no, I'm gonna say, like, and quite honestly, it's better that most people don't visit it.
She is going to go to the wall after inspecting this for a minute, and she's going to walk by several shields. And here we go. Open this. She's going to walk by several shields and stop on one and say, and she's going to pull it off. It has the symbol of the wills on it, and she's going to bring it towards Netra, and say, this was from our lessons when we were experimenting with Arcano forging. The shield has magical properties, but I'm afraid one of the students didn't pay enough attention. We'll protect you in a pinch, but it is unfortunately cursed.
Oh, it's a shield of mental attraction.
What's the curse?
She is going to say, the shield was supposed to help protect against arrows, but unfortunately it also attracts them.
Well, I can just remove curse, because I'm a paladin. And it will remove the curse permanently, or just while I'm wearing it? Or just like forever you?
It
It'll
removes
just become
it.
a regular shield.
So it will dispel the shield for a few minutes, and then eventually the shield will start. And she'll explain that to you.
It's one of the curses that's actually not that bad.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't give me any bonuses, but it does mean that, like, I absorb more, I guess.
Well, like, if you're trying to defend your allies, it's actually pretty decent.
Oh, I have resistance to the damage. So even if I do get hit, I don't take as much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, this curse is not as... I've actually, like, specifically requested this shield when playing as a, Redemption Paladin. Because it is actually really useful, like, if you're trying to defend an ally from, like, barrage of arrows.
So basically, this compared to arrow catching shield would be like not that big a difference, I guess. Except for the bonus AC, that would be nice. Yeah, I'm fine with a shield of missile attraction, I guess.
It doesn't give you any additional bonus to armor.
Is there anything that does? Does she have anything that would give me any additional AC?
In here, nothing you can afford. There is one that looks amazing, but like she looks you up and down and is like, nah.
Okay, that's rude. That's a bit rude.
Accurate.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the missile attraction shield then.
Okay, and she's going to say, well, something like this, the potency of magic that it produces, and how long it took us all to work on it together. My only regret is letting Typhino be the lead smith on this design. It would normally sell for about 6,000 sea coins. And she says, I'll part with it, though, for 3,000 rubies, or 4,000 golden coins.
Okay,
sorry,
I
you
can't...
said 1,000?
Yeah, you said 1,000?
4,000.
No, but you said this is going to be affordable, and I
Yes!
That's a lot.
These are the best shields in, I mean, her, one of the other shields she could sell you is 20,000 gold.
For a defective shield, 1,000?
It's still a really good shield.
But, like, I can't afford any of these, man. I just want...
Yeah, she's selling it to you for half the price.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like... What about, if I... No, I don't want to try anything.
We don't plan on coming back for a while. Just keep that in mind.
Threaten to kill her.
No.
Like, knock her out, take the best shield, and leave.
There's a lot of people here. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna... Can I just go get splint armor then? Instead of, like... I'd rather just get splint armor, get the 1 extra AC. And that's it. Cause, like...
Yeah, so, as you're, like, looking at this and, shaking your head, she's, going to say, look, I train armor smiths. We craft a myriad of armor, and we have to sell them off just to be able to keep affording materials to craft new pieces. I've got some extra splint mail.
Cool.
I can sell you, and she says, the shield, come back for it.
If I have...
She'll sell you splint mail for the price out of the player's handbook.
Oh yeah, so yeah, 200 gold, so yeah. I'm good with that.
Okay, so you know those platinum pieces on your character sheet? Those are ruby pieces? Because we don't deal with platinum. So...
But it's still 10 gold a piece then, right?
No, it's a barter currency. But you can trade your gold and your ruby pieces together, and, you know, she'll take it. She's not going to stiff-arm you for this. So...
So I can't afford it straight up with just the...
Yeah, I think you had, like, 90 gold and then, like, 80 ruby pieces. She's not going to, like, be a stickler of just, like, look, you buy this, a student made it, it's not her best work, just get it out of here. And she'll take the 90 gold and, you know, 80 ruby pieces. She's not here for money, she's here to make art.
I'm 4 now.
And unfortunately, they charge through the ass for art. I'm not talking about the story, I'm talking like real life, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, she does have amazing shields. Alright, so, yeah, and you head towards the gate from there for the rest of your party. Alright, Altus!
Please don't die again. Not so soon. Not over this.
Okay, so I am controlling Altus for a little bit. He had to step away. Let us see what he can do. Leaving these gates. Alright, so Altus did get a long rest last night, because I'm assuming he didn't stay up all night making sat packs.
No, he was sleeping with me.
Yeah. He burned mass suggestion. And there we go, cool. Alright. Oof. So he's got one spell that makes it worse. He's got another spell that makes it worse. He's got more spells that make things worse. Altus is going to, and he just burned, let's see. Subtle spell, you can spend 1 sorcery point. I thought Subtle Spell was 2 sorcery points.
Yeah, they've changed it. It did used to be 2.
Okay, I'm gonna just make sure real quick, because I want to keep up with his resources so he knows where he's at. Subtle Spell, yeah, 1 sorcery point. That's crazy. Okay, so he is going to sprint out of here as fast as he possibly can. His little dwarven legs doing him not much to get out of here. The first opportunity he has, he is going to turn a corner and cast Disguise Self on himself, and do it as a subtle spell, and try and change completely how he looks, making himself a little bit taller to appear as a very short half-elf. And I'm going to roll them a percentage die of if... oh, you know what? Here we go. We can just roll him a performance check to act in character. Alright, what are you doing, sheet? Okay. Let me turn this on. Toggle. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Alright. He's going to roll a performance check as he gets to the gates. And the guards are going to incite this. The crowd looking for him. And he's going to say, oh yeah, I saw that person. They headed south to... they headed south to the Brass Queen down there. Wrong gate. and the crowd's going to go off looking for this dwarf. The party is going to get to the gates, and of course Altus is currently disguised, and when you guys get there, he's going to come up as a short half elf and whisper to Celebris, Icium, Lumagrax, and everyone else. Dusty's the only other person, and say, "It's me, Altus."
But I don't know no Altus, but come on. We should get going.
Alright, you guys have to wait a few minutes until Netra catches up to you. But after you do, everybody is back together outside the northeastern gate of Dockensdale.
I just like to imagine Netra coming back and just seeing an angry mob run by.
Well, I mean, I'm not even gonna bother. I assume it's you guys at this point. I'm not even gonna bother worrying. But I know you guys will get away. If you guys get close to getting caught, I'll just conveniently do something if I see that. Yeah, I'm gonna head to the gate, by the way.
Okay. Alright, the party is all together at the gate. How are you guys choosing to travel to Ardor?
I assume walking because we're poor as hell.
I'm going.
Little Harin has a horse.
Yeah.
Great, the one horse.
I'm going to say out loud. Anyways, so our options to getting to Ardor are: we either go walk through the northern area, which from what I'm being told is heavily obstructed, or I was given a bit of advice from Carter. Apparently there's a smuggler, or some smugglers on the water that are transporting people up for some coin. Unfortunately, that option, I don't have the cash to run that.
I'm gonna take a quick look at my coin purse. I am losing my ability to pronunciate. And it's how much would it cost? Theoretically, words.
I mean, I guess it would depend on who we could find, but if I remember correctly, because it's harder to get people upstream than it is down. About 100 a pop.
Well, I have enough for me.
And Lil Harin is going to wince and says, "That sounds excessive and like extortion."
Oh, honey, that's because it is.
Well, it is extortion, but
hey, it's either your life or you're stuck in a shitty place. Wonder what that's like. Oh wait, I don't have to think that hard on that.
Yeah, Galsina's gonna nod and say, "Bread was twice that in Isildred."
I thought Isildred didn't use, we didn't use gold. We just kind of used whatever we could get our hands on.
Yeah, 100. He just said 100 a pop. Bread was 200 things of whatever you salvage.
Oh yeah.
so I mean,
all right, kids, time to we're going to learn another important lesson. That lesson is, when you're short on money, you borrow.
Aloharan is going to put her hand up at Dusty and say, I brought liquid currency from my vault. I brought 2,000 sea coins for the road and 800 rubies.
As I said, kids, borrow.
And she's going to say, for Altus, Grax, Lumagrax, Celebris, Netra, Icium, Lathy, Gilsina, and myself, and Dusty.
And Lydia.
And
Alright.
Lydia and Geisen.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the 11 people.
Honestly, I'm not sure their boat would be that big.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to. That's going to be multiple trips, meaning he's going to jack the price up for having to come back as well. So we're going to have to pay for the return trip.
We're literally just trying to cross the river.
Yeah, and she's gonna say that's 1,100 gold, and that gets us inside of Ardor.
No, I can swim.
It's
Let's not.
crossing
Let's just make our own way. Let's not go with the smuggler.
It's
Yeah.
not crossing a river. It's
Oh,
going completely upriver.
Yeah, no, we're just going.
I can still
up the river.
swim. I mean, maybe not for the whole
we
time.
can just.
but, like,
I'd say we just continue walking until that no longer works.
yeah.
Maybe we rent a carriage or like hitch a ride for a farmer to shorten the trip. Maybe like not get us all the way there, but someplace close.
It's possible, but I don't think any carriages are going to go up that way with the Archblight and the other parts of the war going on. No one.
Are all the bridges broken?
You're not trying to cross a river. You're trying
just trying to
to
go-
be smuggled
It's up the
into the
river. We're going
country
north.
because the smugglers know how to get around the places of tension.
Okay.
I mean, I know I can definitely get myself across or in there with no issues. It would just be a matter of time. The rest of you, namely the big guys, would be a little tougher.
Big guys. In regards to Dusty, everybody.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, if there's a way to sneak in via like waterway, I'm sure I can get in. But otherwise, yeah, I'll be pretty screwed.
It's not so much sneaking in water, more of sneaking around the Archblight and
Hey there, spy. We're gonna kill you.
yeah, there's a three-front war going on currently.
Right.
Basically meaning immigrants aren't really welcome.
Well, also, there are two armies at the border fighting too. Okay, purple X marks where you guys are at. Black X marks where you guys are going.
That makes it clear. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I thought. Sorry. I thought when we were at. I guess we were. I was looking at from where Ilderon guy was.
Yeah. You guys are at a huge port city on the border
Right.
of Ilderon called Dockensdale.
Yeah, I forgot that, like, that's not the actual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. In the live campaign channel, you guys can keep talking. I'll post what a Lil Nagai looks like in a second.
I would, as a suggestion, since we're trying to escort Lydia there safely, as well as not get ourselves killed, Aloharan, if you wouldn't mind fronting it, that would be the safest and quickest option.
Like, honestly, like, the amount of gold it would take just to get in, it's really not worth it.
No. We can be resourceful in other ways.
Yeah, no, we can find other ways in. I could definitely scout ahead and see if I can find our own path to take once we get close enough to the border.
Because all we need to know is where the armies are headed, like what their battle plans are, basically. And if you find one, no.
No, just thinking, nothing screams spy louder than we just want to know what direction the army's going.
I'm not trying to say this out loud to like anybody passing by or anything, but I'm saying like.
Well, no, I know, but just like still.
Yeah. If there is a way to find out where the battle is sort of if everybody's fighting and the fighting is moving its way north, then we can go south. Like, that's what I mean. Like, we just hear things from people passing by. Because, like, surely it's not
local
an empty
taverns.
place that they're fighting. Yeah. Like, they're going to be going through towns, they're going to be going in between, like, locations that, like, we'll have people in them, people fleeing from the war or whatever, or just traveling like normal or merchants or whatever. And we can probably just pick up as we travel.
Speaking of which, you think we should maybe come up with a cover story of why we're coming? I'm not sure diplomats are also going to be welcomed either. Not that we're really diplomats.
Wait, you guys aren't? Because I feel like this is a diplomatic mission.
This
That
is,
exactly
but it's a
what we are.
very covert diplomatic. Like,
It's been on the down low.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, at the core, it's diplomatic, but the process of getting it is very covert and very not diplomatic. It's very God, what's the term?
It's a little taboo,
Yeah,
but
I'm trying to think. Like, it's like undermining or something like that. It's fictitious.
you guys think that we can get through this without all of us getting attacked?
I mean, I don't know this area. I'm just saying,
as long as we
generalities.
keep a low profile and not get caught in doing anything less than satisfactory, we should be fine.
Hello.
Let's just
Staying
follow,
low to
follow
living
the
people.
river up.
I don't know.
Tracy,
Hi.
welcome back. You're in
I'm so
jail.
sorry.
Your character's dead. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, seems about right. I've had a good
no.
time, everyone. Gonna go do the same thing in real life.
You are currently you're currently disguised as a very short half elf. You are
Dusty.
you are under the effects of disguise self. I
Okay.
subtracted a sorcery point and a first level spell from your sheet. You gave him the slips. You guys are all at the eastern gate of Dockensdale discussing travel plans.
Well, I assume we would have started moving the moment everyone got together? Mostly because of recent events?
Possible.
No, you were able to escape, but...
Well,
due to recent events, that I don't think we want to stick around.
Yeedly deedly, let's get skeedily.
so, I guess, what do you think, Lydia, Oloharan? What's the dude's name? I don't remember his name.
Geisen.
Guys,
Guys,
Oh, right, I forgot you were here.
do you think we can get through there without much hassle?
Geisen is going to speak up and say, we've had to travel into Ardor before. The crime family is on the border in the region of Doredge. He shakes his head and says they're ruthless. And he
Sounds
said,
about right.
yeah, and he shrugs and says, if we're paying them, though, they're on our side. And he's going to say, we've always taken the roads before, but that was before this war broke out.
That's how most people did.
Yeah. And he's going to nod and say, my vote goes towards the riverboat, as long as your safety's in my hands. Lydia is going to say, well, we're Ililnagians, and there's an Ililnagian army. If we go through the Ililnagian army, they should keep us safe. It's just a matter of getting to their encampments. And she's gonna say, I suggest we take the roads. And you asked Aloharan her opinion? Aloharan can go either way on this. She is going to say, look, our success is critical to the safety of two nations, and in normal cases I would side with Lydia on this. However, I have the funds for the riverboat, even if it does eat half of our resources before we even get to Ardor.
Well, once we get to Ardor, Sarai. Well, once we get to Ardor, that won't be as much of an issue. It's getting there that's going to be the issue.
She's is educated, and she's gonna say, it's 270 miles to Ardor. Simply crossing the river is only a leg of the journey. Or 270 miles to the capital city.
Yeah. That's fair.
And she's going to hold up her hands and say, "It's excessive, but I'm fine. I'm fine with paying for our travels via riverboat."
I still say that is also the best option if you're willing. And
I don't know. Smuggling is a bit of for own way.
Oh, you cut out for me? You were really robotic in that. Can you say that again?
I'm really against the riverboat, mostly because smuggling can be very unreliable. As far as
take it from the road.
Yeah,
take it from a guy who, basically, or take.
I'm not saying that we should probably avoid. I'm just saying, we should trust ourselves more than we should trust.
Oh, yeah, Lathy does have history living with criminals, and she is going to speak on that, and says, and she's going to speak up on what Dusty said, and say, we're worth 1,100 gold as passengers and customers, but how much are we worth as hostages? And Lil Harn is gonna nod and say, "Fine, I changed my vote to the road then."
To the road!
Mm-hmm.
Alright, if that's your decision, if that's the group's decision, I'll say...
if we encounter a ship, we can...
It's mostly we're a really large group on top of the fact that a couple of us aren't exactly inconspicuous.
Yeah, I'm a giant blue girl.
Mm-hmm.
Not loud blue girl, but giant.
Via road, it is going to be a week's travel straight to Ardor. There are a couple of small towns in between that you guys can stop at and.
We'll stop, rest, pick up some gossip. Take a thing or two, depending.
Alright. So, let's get this then. You guys are heading on the road. And I'm going to outline a path for you guys. Lumagrax's suggestion as the only living Ardorian in the group was to follow the waterway. Do you guys want to take that path right there?
Well, given as he's the only living Ardorian, I guess, then yeah. I mean, if that's the best way to avoid anything, if that's the most, I guess, safe way.
I want to point out he's the only living Ardorian by a technicality.
Yes, that's why I said living.
In fact, I think I've been in Ardor more recently than he has.
Yes, you have. The difference is, who wants to take advice from a dead man?
Well, he can tell you what not to do.
Fair. All right.
Piss off Renalta.
Yeah, she told you guys to stab people, and you are going to do it.
Hey, that's worked out pretty well so far.
Okay, so, do you guys want me to handle your travel die, or do you want to handle them?
Yeah, you cut out for me.
I said, do you guys want to handle your travel die, or do you want me to handle them?
I'll let you. Maybe at one point, like, I think a regular cart is like 100. Maybe we can pick up a cart or something, just so like not all of us are walking all the time. So we can keep moving and take breaks.
Well, we would for a cart we would need horses.
I thought we had one horse.
We have one. We would need more than one.
Yeah,
The
Lil
regular cart?
Harn
No.
has a riding horse.
Ah.
It is her personal steed. And it is a magnificent beauty of a thing.
Again, inconspicuous. And we're going into hostile territory, and you are riding like the noblest.
We need
of
to dress
steeds.
it down.
Yeah.
We need to dress it down.
Like
make
we
it
need to
look shitty.
run. We
It
need
is
to rub
an
dirt on
elegant
it.
white horse and golden and blue barding.
Just like before we go in there, it's like we need to rub dirt and shit on its coat. Like we need to make it look like the most ordinary.
We need to get it the most boring fucking saddle, and like
get rid of that fancy embroidered saddle.
I love that if a Lil Nagai sends diplomats anywhere, they send people like a Lil Haran, of like, you know, the most educated, well-informed people to, you know, do the, but in this case it's just like, yeah, this mission doesn't matter, sends Dusty and then, you know, this just dirt smudged risen member riding, you know, this dirt smudged horse. So, are you guys legit going to try and
well, like not
journey
right now,
down
but
a
like
little hard? Okay.
no, like not right now. But basically, like when we get closer to the border, we're going to have to do something with your horse. It's like
I throw dirt at the horse.
right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Also
a little
send us
Haran's
Death Wish.
gonna look offended and say, "You mudslinger!"
Well.
I mean, that was dirt, not mud. But
yeah, one and
like,
two.
we're having
kinda
this
don't want to get
conversation.
murdered.
well, like no, like no. When we cross the border, we don't need it now.
But what about the bandits along the way?
Ah, shit, that's a good point. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I think the horse's coat is fine. Maybe just switch out the embroidered saddle for something
Maybe
less rich looking.
we throw a.
Go ahead.
Sorry, just a second.
Yeah, Lil Haran's going to speak up and say, "Look, we spent weeks in that hellish, wet, dirty landscape. We want to look elegant for at least a few days. We should be allowed to."
I'm sorry, you spent weeks. I spent years.
And yeah, and she's going to point towards you and say, "You should know as well as anyone, then."
I learned that that basically looking like a nobody gets you to a lot of places, mostly not dead.
given how this mission should be, like how we should conduct ourselves in this mission.
So if anything, you should definitely be listening to me when I say you need to look less rich.
Lil Haran is going to grumble and get off her horse, and literally gets off her horse. And she's going to say, "It'll take me 10 minutes to take off his bardings." And she's going to start unbuckling pieces of the horse's armor and putting it in its in the horse's traveling sacks.
Like, you can look fancy when we're not going to go someplace that's once all of us dead.
This horse is going to get shot with an arrow. And
this
someplace
horse
it would have
is a
had
massive target. Listen, like, someone's going to shoot this horse, like, skin it for its coat,
No, I'm
and
saying-
then sell the meat.
it's gonna get shot with an arrow and die. And if it hadn't been wearing its barding, it would have had the armor class to not get shot.
Oh, jeez. Oh, well.
This horse's
trying to-
life is going to be on Dusty's shoulders. Dusty's
Dusty don't
incredibly small shoulders. Alright, so, you guys are going to start heading out on the road northwards after Lil Haran has removed her barding. You guys are able to get in 8 hours of travel each day comfortably. Your first day, you guys are going to travel outside of the killing fields of Dockensdale. That gets you to the afternoon. Evening, you go ahead.
Well, you were saying the killing fields. Like, is it already like a like this was a battlefield or?
No. So, one thing they have done for Dockensdale is they've deforested, and they've deforested everything around the town for about 8 miles, and then they don't allow anybody to have settlements within 8 miles of the town. So if any army comes to siege Dockensdale, they have to march straight to the walls. So it's killing fields because archers can just shoot down, the army on the horizon as like they're coming. There's nothing to hide behind. There's no wood to build anything out of. So it's a feature of a town defense.
Oh no, I was just thinking like, is it looting material?
No, it is not. Well, actually there would be some wreckage on these roads. That's been looted. 80, 91, and 100%. All of this, like, you're gonna be able to find some bones, some broken arrow shafts, some broken weapon hilts, but most everything good has been picked over here. Group A actually dealt with battlefield looters. Okay, so you guys are heading towards Ardor on the roads. Your first day of travel is going to proceed without incident. That evening, in the darkness, you guys are going to have the Riverlands on the horizon as the sunset is setting. Who is keeping watch for the night and setting up camp?
I will keep watch.
Okay.
Dusty will basically hide himself within the luggage.
The luggage. Lil Harn is the only one who brought luggage.
Just like, Dusty, what are you doing to settle the bag? Shh. Not here.
I mean, I can't see in the dark, but I can try to keep.
Okay, so you guys have 2 hours, or you have 4 hours of watch covered so far.
I am going to attempt to hide from the luggage, including from our fellow party members. So,
in between,
good luck with that.
In between Lil Harn's, well, that is a really good roll. Lil Harn is actually setting up a camp for herself. She has a tent and a bedroll and several cooking utensils attached to her horse.
No, I'm not taking anything. I'm hiding in it.
No. I'm saying, yeah, you do. That is a good stealth roll, but it's the fact that she's going right where you're hiding and like pulling this stuff out, and she's going to see you in here, and she's gonna she's gonna take out the stuff. Look at Dusty, in these covered sacks, and she's gonna put the canvas back down on it, like putting her eyebrows together.
Like,
just
are you taking anything? No, this is just.
Pulls out the tent. Dusty is underneath. I've evolved fast questioning this. Keeps walking.
No, just like it's what keeps you alive.
Lil Harn has set up a tent for herself. Lydia does not own one. Geisen was just released from prison. Gelsina does not own one.
Did we really leave without getting supplies?
You guys have food.
We got food.
Lethe?
We're idiots.
Does not. Well, as long as the weather's in your favor, you're fine.
All I need is my sword.
Well, I mean, like, what does Dusty have? Did I ever take someone's, No, not really. Ah, damn, I should have done that. I should have taken someone's, like, camping gear.
We actually should have.
You can get Altus Master Sewer to make you guys a tent. He'd have to combine some sack packs. Oh wait, I don't know how many sack packs you have.
I have 12 sack packs left.
Okay.
I have. God, how many socks did I have again?
A canvas tent made of sack packs and
left
socks.
Oh my god, it'll be the most luckiest tent ever.
Okay, so you guys have 2 watches set up. You can cover 4 hours of the night.
So do we have... Is there a river right next to us? Because I'm going to sleep in that.
No, you guys... the river is about 40 miles from you guys.
Oh, great.
Geisen is going to take 1 watch, which would put him at... Will put you guys at 6 hours, and 1 more person needs to take 1. Gilcina was a guard. She'll volunteer.
As Dusty hides in her luggage. That's where I'm sleeping, just in the bag.
Yeah, and while we're setting up and...
Well, that just means that the wake-up call is going to be really, really strong. Dusty, just so you know. Yeah, I'm going to shake you up a bit.
just so... While we're setting up and relaxing before sleep, Celebris would be doing another round of trying to teach Gelsina and Leify.
Okay. Alright. Go ahead and give me that intelligence check, trying to teach them.
Crap roll.
Okay, well, you're just setting the DC for them of how well they can follow. I'm rolling the first for Gelsina, and the second one for Leithy. So, as you try and point out, some of these characters and stuff for them, they're each, just gonna Gelsina is gonna just shake her head and say, "I don't get this writing thing. Why would anyone do it?" Failing the 3rd check in a row. And Leithy also fails it, too, of just no, it's not the system, it's that, and she's, gonna look at, Sellers, I don't think you're saying the right characters for what these are. And, they have failed for today.
Okay.
Alright. And
I guess Dusty should do his also,
the horse's sack is calling you over. Just girls! Did the horse just talk? Girls!
I beckon thee!
Yeah, Gelsina will be the first one to come and open the saddlebag. And she looks
just
insane.
Dusty's head pops out of the bag, hey!
Same thing. You can set the DC for them. However well you teach it, or teach it's going to modify it around 10. And then they have to beat whatever, the check gets set at. So go ahead and roll me an intelligence check. And I'll roll Gelsina's first and Leithy's second.
Alright. Oh, just straight intelligence?
Yes. Okay.
Not trash, actually.
Yeah, 12. You are, you're gonna make this, not horrible for them. And, Gelsina is going to start to pick up Thieves' Cant. She has 1 success. She's just oh, okay, I'm starting to get this a little bit.
Alright.
And, Leithy is going to, be more distracted by the horse.
No, it's alright, listen, this is only the first step. After this, we start learning even more important things.
Alright, your order for watches is going to be Altus, Celebris, Geisen, and Gelsina, each taking 2-hour watches. Is that cool with everybody? Or is
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Alright. The Altus, your watch is going to pass uneventfully. Same with Celebrus. It goes into the late evening of or late dusk of midnight, creeping into the morning dew. Before sunset, but just kind of like that dim light on the northwestern horizon. And everybody is dozing off. Almost time to get up. Before you guys hear Gilcina scream. She's going to scream and yell, "Ah!"
Oh no!
Chris is jumping up.
Yeah, as you guys get up, you are going to see Gilcina has thrown her spear at something. It is lodged into a wooden log on the ground.
You okay there, Gilcina?
She is going to be huffing and say, "Missed it," whatever it was. And she's going to go and pull out her her spear. And
Alright, perception time.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Just saying that Dusty has not left the bag.
Dusty looks around and there's something hiding in there with... No, I'm kidding. Okay. At in 11... Ooh. I dropped a die. My bad. At in 11, yeah, you... Whatever this was that she threw her spear at, you are not gonna see it. It's still pretty dark out. It's worth stating, though, Gilcina's pupils are very, very wide. She's probably adjusted to constantly seeing in the dark. Yeah, you don't see anything, and she was she's gonna say it was a shadow of something, but it was darker than a shadow. But she's gonna shake her head and say, "I'm not used to this light thing," pointing towards the setting moon.
You'll get used to it. Damn it.
Pulling.
Yeah,
at this, everybody would be like waking up. Everybody heard her. As long as you guys don't strain yourselves for the last few minutes, you guys can start stretching, getting your armor on, and getting ready for the road as the sun is rising.
I'm definitely staying up with her.
All right. That is the 15th. And you know what?
I guess Dusty will finally rouse himself from the bag and do a quick look around where she threw the spear.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Oh, natural 20.
A natural 20.
You perceive the shit out of it.
Yeah. So it's actually strange that both of you guys would do this, because what's his face is going to see this too. Icium is going to see this, and I'm continuing to check people's passive perceptions.
Mine's 17.
Yours is 17. Okay, you are going to catch the faintest sight of this thing too, whatever it is.
Sorry, I didn't mean to roll that. Of course, the one roll I roll really good on the one I didn't mean to roll.
There is on the log that you guys are staring at. Gilcina, has taken and pulled out her spear, turned around, and it's just like, God, this light is messing with me. Sorry, and she's gonna be cleaning off her spear, and everybody's staring at the log. You're going to see a leech on it. Like this black slug of a thing. However, it moves like a drop of liquid. 4 more coming to it very, very quickly, forming like what you guys can see is almost the quickest image of a of maybe the upper part of somebody's face, like the upper quarter of somebody's eye and forehead, looking, and it's pure blackness. It's not a leech that you guys see, but like that's the shape of it, of just like this little droplet of black goo. That's actually not a. There we go. It's this little droplet of like black goo. 4 more of them come together, form this face, and it starts looking at you guys. And then as soon as it notices all of you guys are looking at it, it splashes away of just like all 4 splitting apart, dissolving, and retreating in different directions expediently. Everybody like staring at this. Lathy is going to turn around, or not Lathy. Gelsina is going to turn around, spear back in her hand at the log, looking around, but it is gone, whatever it was. And she's going to say, "Do you see it too?" Looking down on the ground.
Oh, yep, I saw it. I have no idea what that was, but I do know that's definitely not good.
Yeah, we need to go.
We need to go now.
Everyone up and get ready to go. We're moving out in 10 minutes.
Alright, a little Harand, Lathy, Geisen, all getting up, stretching, grumble, grumble, grumble. Lydia is going to raise a hand and say, I have to pray.
Will it take less than 10 minutes?
No.
Then too bad.
Yes.
Lydia, I understand it's important that you do this kind of stuff, but there's a strong chance that there's some kind of darkness coming towards us. Whether that be the Archblade or something else, I don't know.
It was black, it was oozing, and it had a face. I'm not really sure what this dark blight is, but I'm pretty sure it's not good.
Lydia...
That's a good question. Did anyone ever build us in on the Archblight?
Why don't we just throw Lydia up on the horse and let her prey on that?
Can all of us see it now?
You
Can
guys...
you do that?
No, only people who... It rolled a 16 for its stealth check. So, Celebris saw it because he had a 17 passive perception. Dusty rolled a nat 20 on a perception check, and Icium saw it because he has an 18 passive perception.
Can I make a perception check?
You can, I'll allow it retroactively because you guys knew Gelsina was looking for something. Yeah, like you're like looking over the log, looking around, like what's everybody looking at? And it was like 5 inches big at the maximum, so it's like this little tiny speck of like darkness. And you didn't see it. Like you're just like, come on, guys, tell me. But yeah, as everybody's rousing, Loharn's gonna say, "I'm fine with that." Lydia is not gonna complain because she's not a complainer. However, I hope you guys have never tried to pray while riding number 2 on a horse. Just like, I want to. Does the thing stop bouncing?
I don't think particular situation like that has ever actually come up in my life.
I'm just gonna tell her, sure beats praying in a prison cell, so, let's get going.
Alright, yeah, she's going to ride on horseback with Aloharan today. It is the 16th of Hunter. Oh, what a wonderful day it is.
What a wonderful day for us to get trapped by the enemy and killed.
Y'all ready for a weather die?
Y'all ready for this? Yes, we are
Give
ready.
it to us, Brandon.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just checking if you know the thing I hate about Xanathars. What really grinds my gears. There is no glossary in the book. I think that is a hideous oversight.
Wait, really?
Yep.
They're really not.
There's no
Let me-
glossary at the end of the book. At least not in the printed.
No
version
index
I have.
either?
There's an index
What do you-
at the start, but you know, I want to like sometimes you have to look up like specific terms for stuff, and
Right.
yeah.
No, however, there is like a giant list of names for different.
Gods and whatever.
Well, no, it's like Arabic names, English names, like Arabic.
All right. It has. So on the 16th of Hunter for this region, as you guys get to the Riverlands, it is going to start raining lightly, and the weather is going to be normal. As you guys are getting further and further east, it's getting colder and colder and colder. Because as you guys know, there's the equator of Ilderon right there. Alright. The 16th of Hunter. I'm just going to roll you guys a percentage die on the roads. As you are walking, Gaizan, who is in charge of your security, and Lathy, who is the guard who originally saw it, are all keeping an active eye out for whatever this thing was that she saw.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping a close eye on everything, especially for something like that again.
Okay, if you want to roll a active perception check, you can, and you'll join them. Okay, and Altus. Tracy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry about that.
You receive a sending, and it is going to say, he's found you. That is it.
Oh no. Oh no. Out of character real quick. I'm real fucking sorry, guys.
What's happening?
Nothing. You'll find out.
Cool, that's...
Sorry, younglings.
Tracy, what
That's
did you
not weird, dog.
Tracy, what did you do?
Everything is fine.
So,
Probably.
if Altus feels panic at this statement, go ahead and roll me a deception check trying to hide it.
Okay.
You got this. You're good at deception.
I'm great at deception.
You're possibly the
think
best
it's the-
person at deception, other
I
than
think
I
it's the
feel.
only thing.
Holy-
Nat 20!
Damn!
I am stone cold. This ain't
He's-
my fault.
Yeah, he's found you, and like that Dwarven father disappointment comes in of just stone face, eyebrows down, shaking your head. You're not even bothered by it. Just watched your
I
first
just
child
imagine
walk.
it.
Why weren't they walking 3 weeks
Stone
ago?
Cold Steve Austin.
I just want to imagine him like in a bush, like, oh, this guy, no, what? why isn't he freaking out? I'm gonna pull Dusty. No, because every time I pull Dusty, everyone just follows. Everyone gets shit for Christmas.
You can you can pull Dusty. Pull Dusty.
Yeah, I'll pull Dusty a little bit to the side, not too far off, as to Ixnay, Mine.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just kind of whisper to him and fill
Roll me
him
a
in
stealth
on-
check.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm great at stealth. great at fucking
That's
stealth.
fine.
Hey!
That's actually
Oh my
really
God.
good.
You even want me to roll, or?
If you
Yes,
if you respond, you have to roll if you don't want other people to hear you. Otherwise, you're fine to just listen and nod. Dusty
Okay.
pulls you aside.
Or I pull Dusty aside. Or Dusty
I'll just
pulls
pull
me.
Dusty aside.
Did we just pull each other into like a quantum loop of pulling?
Just-
Sorry.
Just like, oh, Altus, you're so bold.
But okay, I'm gonna whisper to Dusty and let him know that the thing we're sensing is definitely probably a person here to kill me sent by my new master.
Wait, what?
The best yeah.
No, out of character. What? I didn't hear you.
The thing that you sensed earlier is not a thing. Luckily, it's a person. Probably.
probably.
That is in character. What?
It's my master's other apprentice sent to assassinate me. If I live, I get to be the main one, the only one.
Oh.
But if we don't win, we're all going to die. Even Gelsina.
So. Okay, I am going to reply back, so I am now going to roll my stealth.
We're gonna roll a 2.
I'm goddamn dusty. I don't roll 2s. On top of the fact that my lowest possible roll would be a 22. So,
Yeah, that's true.
I rolled double 2s.
But I have an idea. I'm gonna cut holes in my sack pack for your feet, and I'm gonna wear you on my back.
No. Now, I'm just trying to, like... Now, as much as I would like to not die, and you're my friend, so I'd also like you not to die. Galcina, I could go either way. The kid's preferably not dead. But I could live if they die.
I feel, I'm gonna say this out of character. The fuck did you just roll for?
I didn't roll anything. You're fine.
Okay, back in character. I feel like God's trying to spite us, but we're gonna have to employ a lot of tactics because the guy that he sent is he's smarter than us.
Not so.
Most definitely Gelsina.
Yeah, I can see that. Idea. Can we just sick the paladin on them while we make a better plan?
No, because I'm sure if that happens and Geisen dies by himself, we're really gonna die.
Alright.
A voice whispers in your head. You guys have never seen Geisen use magic. He's a fighter.
Got a voice whisper said in my head.
No. I'm telling you as a dungeon master to player when you fought alongside him in the thieves' den. Didn't look like he knew how to use magic.
But he's good. Okay, well, how I've always learned is that you never fight fair. So
we have drug bombs, right?
We have one drug bomb, but we are incredibly low on drug bomb resource making. So that's something that we're gonna have to pick up maybe in the next town.
We're gonna have to.
Now
we're gonna have to watch every angle.
We both have lockpicks. Oh right, I gave you some lockpicks. Anyway.
Add that to my inventory.
No, it's just like, yeah, back in town, I just kind of slipped them into your pack. I kind of forgot that it was... Anyway,
I think our best way
bet
to
is
deal with
really
this is going to be head-on.
Really? I mean, like, well, maybe, like, you confront him head-on, but maybe, like, construct sort of some kind of trap, because basically, you know, I like, whenever we get into a fight, I like to make sure I win. So, you know, I never fight fair.
Go and tell the others, but have Celebrus devise the actual trapping. I will wait, and then I will take the lead, since he's definitely hopefully after just me. And then you all jump out.
I'll be honest.
We'll beat him up.
I'll be honest. We're friends, but if they find out that if he's just after you, there's a good chance that they'll probably just leave you behind.
Well, we could just keep walking, ignore the problem until he attacks.
I do like this.
I say ignore the problem.
We ignore the problem until the problem comes back for us.
Yes. That is the most responsible way to take care of this.
Alright. Just in case, though, I'm going to talk to our paladin friend and sow some paranoia.
Yeah. Paranoia.
Okay.
Basically,
The only paladin with you is Netra, BT Dubs.
And Celebrus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was
Celebrus
pretty
is
sure
a paladin.
Celebrus was a paladin,
I
too.
forgot that.
basically, it's just like we just take out the part where you're involved.
Just a random stalker in the bushes.
We have a random stalker in the bushes, and there's a good chance that he's really good at fighting.
Mm-hmm. Especially with magic.
Yeah, that's the story we're going with?
Don't get touched by him, because he will take your soul. That wasn't a joke.
Good to know. Definitely have the paladin going first. Alright. Okay, I like this.
This'll work. This'll be fine. This'll work.
This should be good.
There's nothing wrong. If we lose Gelsina, we lose Gelsina.
Actually, it might be better.
If we lose Gelsina, I'm choking you alive, and I know that you're. If I know that you're part of losing Gelsina.
You won't know.
Honestly, it wasn't. Honestly, Gelsina's a okay person, but she's not someone I'm willing to risk my neck for. So
No, a little Harn on the other hand, Grax has gotta get his chance, so we gotta protect her.
Yes.
Is this just an elaborate? They're not good for drug bombs, but I do have some other drugs. If we really want to get Grax some action, I could, just slip a bit into our canister.
Or into Grax. It'd probably make him way more talkative. All he does is grunt at us.
I don't think, I'm concerned about possibly drugging Grax.
You have anything in there that causes rage?
No. Hallucinogens, which I made into the bomb, and this other stuff that I'm actually not really sure what's gonna happen, but, it should be interesting to find out.
Now, I have a question outside of character to the GM.
Hit me.
If I were to ask for the bomb from Dusty, to hold on to, since I'll be, the main target, do I have the proficiency to throw the bomb at the ground, or am I too stupid to throw the bomb at the ground?
It's an improvised ranged weapon. There's nothing that really works like it, so it would work essentially like Alchemist Fire. You make a ranged attack, not adding your proficiency bonus, trying to hit the space.
It just kind of, Dusty can also show you how it works, of just, taking out, it's the same as a regular smoke bomb.
Well,
it's kind
we don't want them to know about it. The best way would be for you to,
just palm it.
reverse pickpocket it into my clothes, and
easy
hope to
done.
God I find it.
Easy done. Well, I can tell you where I put it. It's it's not here, I'll put it in your right pocket. If they even see me doing it, they'll just assume I'm taking something from you.
I think we're good. I think this will go well. I think I'll definitely not die.
No, that's a 22.
Definitely be fine.
As I slip the drug bomb. Actually, I do I don't know. I'll drug Drax's water later. That'll be something. Maybe tonight. Alright. Okay, break. Back to the group.
The three.
Guys, we were just having a nice, wonderful talk about the company Sack Pack.
Yeah, no, we got a great idea. We thought it might be better to paint the sock sack packs a different color.
This is the thought you had at the middle of the night.
Roll me a deception check.
I'll take the beating for this one.
Can I give him assistance?
No, you're fine.
Or the help action?
That's for a little
Give him
Haran because a little Haran is he. Yeah, you can give him the help action, but a little Haran's just kind of like onto him, just like
Okay, just roll
what?
one more time.
Okay. One more roll.
Nice. And yeah,
Okay.
and she's just gonna like eyebrows together, looking at you, head tilted sideways, of just like, is that really the best use of our time on the road? Shouldn't we be focused on being aware of our surroundings? She did not see through your guys' lie.
Yes.
Netra, however, is just like, Dusty constantly is smoking bullshit.
I know how to tell at this point, I assume.
Yeah,
Like,
Netra is going to
okay,
know this
Netra.
conversation probably involves something other than sack packs, but...
Actually, Dusty's going to like, Netra, come here, like, you know, old Ilderon prison buddies, two Ilderon prison buddies, and I'm gonna pull Netra off to the side.
Just like, do not ruin this for us.
Alright.
Just like, as you probably know, that was bullshit. Let me tell you what's actually going on. Do I need to make a new deception or a new stealth check or?
No, you can keep the same one at that 28.
Alright, so basically, like, just nod your head.
But I mean, they're challenging it now. Of like, people are like looking back at you. They're like, "What's going on?" Nobody's gonna be able to like tell what's going on, but they're just like, "What? What?"
Well, like, I'm not going that far off,
Yeah.
but you know, just like walking. There's some distance, but it's like, okay, let me actually tell you what's going on. You know, old Ilderon prison buddy, the Ilderon prison buddy. Aldous thinks he knows what that thing was, and it's not good. It's some sort of, it's a magic user, some sort of scrying thing. He thinks it might be part of like one of the military's assassins, possibly. As you know, some factions in the military aren't exactly up for peace talks, or just up
After
for-
him.
I don't know after him specifically, but you know, just like, you know, looking out for groups of people. Anyway, it's definitely bad, and we'll probably be attacked today or sometime in the week.
Okay, does he have any idea how to counter this attack or anything?
Hit it back harder. 1 second, I got a phone call.
We are all getting very unlucky on the people bothering us tonight.
I know this stream started off with me getting 2 phone calls back to back.
And
One-
I got like 3 phone calls and an incessant line of messages.
Yeah, and I was just like, please stop, please.
Gosh, why y'all so popular? Wow.
I mean, I can
Why
call
are
you
we-
if you want me to, Taylor.
Here, I'll call Brandon. Brandon,
Alright,
you call
sorry,
Taylor.
sorry.
I actually just put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so...
We've been getting a lot of phone calls tonight. A lot of people want to talk to us. Very famous. No, so it's like, hit it back harder and keep an eye out for any black liquidy things.
That's part of the army thing. Is that?
Also, remember
Yeah.
to never get touched.
Oh, yeah, also, he was very, very specific not to let it touch you.
Okay,
It
see, I
does
feel
bad
like
things.
this is sort of things that everybody should know.
I don't want to cause a panic. Especially, like, we think it might be targeting a little Haran, but we're not sure. We don't want to
So
give her
we
any
want to be
unnecessary-
prepared.
Well, yeah, but, you know, we don't want to cause any unnecessary stress. You know, she's got a lot on her mind already, and another assassin on her back is definitely not going to help her.
by the way, the entire time to keep the rest of the group from like looking over there, and I'm going on with like one of my sack packs out, just like, don't you think a great design here would just really help sell it for a little bit of extra gold? And you know, like the colors, just the hues, maybe like a lighter blue. Do you know how to get a lighter blue on this? Celebrate.
I'm actually just like dumbfounded by the way. I'm just like,
It's like there is no better cover story than a sack pack.
We're so stupid. People believe.
And anyway, I'm just going to slap his arm as I start walking back to the group. Anyway, thanks for the suggestion on the new model of sack pack. We'll definitely consider that.
I'm like gonna be. I'm just gonna be really like looking at him like, what the hell are you talking about?
Just continuing to walk away. Back to
But I am gonna be like, just to say like, we should probably be careful.
Basically, be careful, but let's not alarm everyone. Also, definitely don't let this thing touch you. That is the most important thing that he stressed. Don't let it touch you. Very bad things happen when it touches you.
Okay, again, we should tell people this. Us, we're planning to be awake and right next to them as soon as it shows up.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Sack packs.
Anyway, yeah, we'll think of a warrior version of a sack pack. Maybe a plate mail pack. Sack pack.
I can wait till Drax goes to sleep.
Plate sack. Alright. Back to the group.
Can I just say how much I hate the fact that character I don't know what the hell's going on right now?
Yeah.
We know and we love it.
I just love a sack pack has become such a successful meme. I finally did something with my life.
Well, basically, we are the two most bullshitting characters in the group.
Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it too, and this is still
But it's great, because we're also, everyone thinks we're so stupid, mostly right, that they'll just believe us.
They'll either that or they'll just ignore us.
Alright, do you guys want to say anything else, before I, continue?
Nope.
Netra, I don't know, it's like, I don't mind Netra telling people, it's more just like, just try to broach it so everyone doesn't start panicking.
I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna say like, okay, just be extra aware, you might have something, some other threat we might need to be aware of, where it's not confirmed, but
Yeah, it'd be a shame if it
let's just be a little bit careful.
You know, and especially look out for Blackwood Liquid. Specifically.
If you say, are you saying that out loud?
No. That's
I'm not mentioning the liquid.
What?
I'm just saying, like, so if you see something suspicious, just, like, make sure not to broach it alone.
I am, however, going to cast, so I'm going to use Subtle Spell, and then I'm going to use, let's see, I'm going to use Heightened Spell as well, so I'm spending 4 souls.
You can't use 2 meta
I can't use 2 meta magics at the same time?
No,
Okay.
you can't use 2 meta magics on the same spell.
Dang, I'll
Sorry,
you.
I've wanted to do that too, but no, you can't.
Okay, I'm just going to use Subtle Spell, and then I'm going to use, let's see, Detect Magic.
Okay, Detect Magic has a 10-minute duration. Let us see. For the duration you detect magic, let me see what type of magic this would be, and how long within 30 feet of you.
Subtle Spell is the best thing I ever picked.
Subtle Spell is also my personal favorite. Subtle, Twinned, and Empowered. Favorite sorcerer loadout.
Oh, I should definitely get Twin.
Oh, absolutely. Disintegration Ray and Twin, great.
Oh, I was thinking Mass Suggestion. More people buy sack packs.
No, it's
no, it's only on single target spells.
Suggestion.
I mean, yeah. You know, if there's only 2 of them.
What am I? Okay, here it is. Alright, yes, you detect magic.
What kind? Can I tell?
It takes an action to do so. Yes, if you spend your action, you're going to detect multiple sources of magic. You're going to detect magic on Lumbergrax. You're going to detect magic on Gaizen. You're going to detect magic from Lydia. You're going to detect magic from Celebris, I believe.
Okay, any magic that's not from the party that would be considered.
No, that's worrisome, because Lydia's not magic.
Lydia's a cleric.
Is she?
She smited somebody to death in front of you by accident.
Well, I didn't know if that counted as magic. Thought that was like...
No, smite counts as magic.
Okay. Celebris is a paladin. Grax got a magic sword. I think that would detect.
Yes. Well, you just... the last thing you are going to detect magic from is ever so often just at the edge of your perception. You're going to detect magic from the road. Out of all of those things, you can focus on one of them, and I'll tell you what type of magic it is.
I'm going to detect the one that's just on the edge of my perception.
That is conjuration magic.
Okay, so great. It's a conjurer. Great. What about a head on the road?
There's nothing in front of you.
Okay, what was the other direction?
It occasionally pings on the edge of your perception. On the edge of your detect magic, 30 feet away. Behind you. Whatever it is, it's following you very slowly.
Would I be able to dispel it? Or would I'd have
you would either dispel on the square that it's occupying, or if you can see it.
Okay, and I can't see it, and I don't know the exact location. I just know that it's somewhere behind.
Yes.
Great. It's not even him.
You can just fire, detect, or dispel magics like wildfire behind you.
I can just do a Hasenko with dispel magic.
Say it again.
I can just use Hasenko. Sorry, Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, I was just saying you can just take a gamble and say I target this square and detect or dispel.
You know what? No, for now, I know it's there. Just gonna keep moving. I'm detecting. It doesn't know I'm detecting unless he's detecting that I'm detecting. But I don't know. Can you detect?
If you're using detect magic, you are currently affected by magic, and if somebody was detecting magic, they would see you're using magic.
I'm in a chess game. Alright. You know what? I'm 2 moves ahead.
The only right move is not to play.
I've thought it out. I'm 2 moves ahead. If he has... we're probably going to have about the same stuff, so I should be fine. I'm good. We're... Sack pack! Everyone's sack pack. Let's keep walking.
Is that...
So is all just basically like noticeably acting different?
Well, he has detected magic, and I assumed you weren't you did this stealthily with the subtle spell.
Yeah.
As far as focusing your perception, you guys are just gonna see all
of that. Anything said was in head, and I'm still going off the stone face of just not even being bothered by.
Yeah. You've seen Altus look over his shoulder several times, but other than that, I mean, not terribly different. Is Altus acting different or weird? No, he's just being himself.
He hasn't lit anything on fire in a while.
But he's acting more scared or anything like that now?
Yeah,
I am. Yeah, I am a stone.
You saw him look over his shoulder. The 3 times for detect magic, then that's it.
And Altus is always looking over his shoulder.
Yeah.
So anyone know any cool party tricks while we're on the road?
I mean, since you mentioned...
I know a really cool game called The Quiet Game.
Oh.
Hey, you guys are winning.
Let's see. What's Gelsina have on her? Oh, I didn't do an inventory for her. That's great. She's got her spear.
Gelsina probably loves party games. I'm gonna go over to Gelsina and just chat up with her while we walk.
Okay. It is raining, and she's got her hand out, and she says, "Gonna say, feels like home."
Yeah, just without all the hanging and death.
And yeah, she's gonna nod with that. It's like, I never knew outside could be so pretty without, the rotting corpses. You're right.
Yeah, just probably close your eyes when we go through the next battlefield.
Mm.
Let's keep you pure.
Keep you pure. Literally watched her
How
mom.
creepy does that come out? How creepy does that come out? When he says, "Let's keep you."
As creepy as it was.
Like,
Hey.
pure spinning with fun.
Yeah.
Hey,
Gils-
kid, want another impromptu lesson?
Gelsina's gonna say, yeah, I remember when the Overlord dragged out and killed my mother back in Isildred. Ugh, horrible.
Okay,
times.
changing
We're
the
not-
subject.
Yeah, and she's
Oh, you like rock, paper, scissors?
No, like, okay, lesson time. Alright? Now, you see Llamagrax over there?
Llama cracks. I got a
yeah.
drawing.
She looks at Lumbergrax.
Alright? Now, I don't want you
Steal
to
his
say
sword.
anything. I don't want you to say anything. Just watch me. And I am going to steal Llamagrax's coin purse.
All right, yeah, you're gonna lift that off Lumbergrax's body, and they're yeah, she's gonna be watching. Does
Well, I mean,
Lumbergrax
there's my
even
sleight of
have a
hand
coin purse? Okay, yeah, it's hefty.
Motherfucker.
What? Sorry, just a second. Stutter. What is Lydia thinking about?
She's on the horse with Lil Harin.
Is she still praying?
No, not at this point.
Okay.
No. Okay, anyway, are you going to try to contest that, or am I
Yeah,
just free to do it?
I mean, you beat Lumbergrax's passive perception.
Okay. Alright, so I take it, I come back, I skim a couple coins off the top of it. Like, how much do you have?
Just if you're doing this quickly, you can take 12 gold out of there.
But how much, from what?
It's a pretty hefty coin purse. Do you want to count it all?
No. I'll just take a quick handful and I'll quietly put it back.
No, don't quietly put it back. Now
No.
we hand it to Gelsina and say he dropped it.
No, I quietly put it back.
Okay, yeah. Walking forward and putting it back on Lumbergrax's waist. You can add
Listen,
12
well,
points to your inventory.
No, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give it to her, and it's just like maybe not now, but later. Like, show me what you learned from watching. As I hand her all 12 coins.
Dirty money.
Again, how creepy is this sounding?
She took all of my gold!
You gave it
dirty
to
money.
her.
I'm going to corrupt this child.
You gave her 200 gold, and she bought one loaf of bread with it.
I thought it would go further.
Yeah, that was your fault. Like, you can't blame that on her.
I blame Isildred. I
Yes,
was in the
sir.
right mind. I couldn't light things on fire.
But no, I give her all 12 pieces.
Okay, yeah. She's gonna take it, and yeah, she's
It's
gonna
like
look at
the
you
most
and then
important-
look at Lumbergrax. Like, it doesn't feel right.
No, it's completely right. It's just distribution.
Steal from the rich, give it to the poor.
Steal from the rich, give onto
Aren't
yourself.
we all poor?
Yes.
Yep. Give to the needy, namely me.
Like, sure, we're all poor.
Actually, while I'm at it, I'm also gonna go up and I'm gonna put those drugs in Grax's water canteen now.
Is that the best use of your guys' time on the road?
No, you're right. You're right. No,
Right
I don't
before
put the
battle,
drugs in.
He puts them directly in his mouth.
I don't put the drugs in. I put a bit of soap in.
Drug me right before the battle.
Lumbergrass just comes out and starts swinging at the air. I'll kill you, foul demon!
You guys see it too, right?
He'll be the first one to go, and he'll just start running in. We'll think he's running to the bad guy, and he'll just run straight past him.
No,
Like, Lumbergrass is gonna save us, and he just sprints right by him.
I'm gonna go kill the dragon, guys. You handle the small fry.
The guy's just like, what?
I will protect this maiden.
No. Oh no, I don't put the drugs in. I don't.
Oh, God. I love handicapping ourselves.
Alright, so you guys
I'm
are
just
going
gonna start
to...
blowing bubbles. I'm gonna just start blowing bubbles on my pipe I stole back in town.
You guys are going...
Anything yet?
Oh, asking who?
Goes on.
Oh, Geisen. He is... Let's see, do I still have his character sheet open? I do. Let me close it. And let me show him to you. Geisen is going to speak up and say, I've got my eyes peeled, but this rain, the mud, the clouds, he shakes his head and says, doesn't make it easy.
You get used to it. Only lived in a realm where it was like this every day, every hour.
Yeah, he's gonna pull his cloak up over his head and say, let's hope it thins out by the time we get to Ardor. Otherwise,
No, I definitely want it not to.
yeah, he's gonna say this rain is gonna freeze us over. None of us brought tents.
Yeah, we kind of had to go through this already for like weeks. Like it'll be fine, guys.
You get used to it.
Yeah,
You'll live.
We just walked past him.
You will live.
All right.
Hell, Metro's probably loving this.
Oh, I'm fine, but I don't care about myself. I'm caring about like what's gonna happen to everybody else. Like,
Netra's there just had an existential breakdown in her own head.
You guys march out the rest of your daylight, landing you on the with the river, just a couple hundred feet from you. As you guys are approaching the river, the land is going to get much more marshy as it heads south. Down the stream. If you guys head north up the river, you can hit a small township. That would have you guys marching in the darkness a little bit. Otherwise, you can camp out by the river basin for the night. Which do you guys want to do?
I feel like the river basin's not a bad idea.
I'll be honest, I don't trust the town.
Okay.
Towns are where people get murdered at.
Town is where people, like, get murdered and Dusty steals stuff.
And not only that, but if anything were to break out in the town, then we have legal litigation issues. Too much.
Alright. As you guys start setting up camp, and by setting up camp, I mean,
Putting up a bunch of burlap sacks.
yeah, Eloharn is the only one with a tent.
Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah. For everybody else, subtract a ration for yesterday. No, they are not, Ramon. Subtract a ration for yesterday, and then subtract a ration for tonight. I forgot to make you guys do that. And,
Oh no, all the rations we stole.
yeah, exactly. As you guys are setting up the tent, or setting up a tent, you can see along the river the occasional riverboat with torches on the deck or lanterns going down the river. You see the light of it, but not really the river itself. Who is taking watches for tonight?
I'll take a watch.
I'll take the entire watch.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, if you take the entire watch, you will not benefit from a long rest.
I don't need it.
Won't you be exhausted?
I haven't burned anything.
You burned several things.
Yeah, you used Detect Magic, a Sorcery Point, and then you'll pick up a level of Exhaustion tomorrow.
What does exhaustion do?
Exhaustion gives you disadvantage on stuff.
Yeah, disadvantage on, here we go. The first level of, okay, here we go. Exhaustion. Some special abilities and environmental hazards, such as starvation and long-term effects of freezing or scorching temperatures, can lead to a special condition called exhaustion. Exhaustion is measured in 6 levels. An effect can give a creature 1 or more levels of exhaustion, as specified in the effect's description. Disadvantage on ability checks is the first level. The second level, your speed is halved. The third level, disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. The fourth level is hit point maximum half. The fifth level is speed reduced to 0. And the third level, the sixth level is death.
Death.
Okay, well, I have a question.
Yes.
How much sleep do I need to avoid exhaustion?
Just one shift.
Yeah, you don't have to complete a long rest, but I will rule you have to get at least 4 hours of sleep.
You just cut out on the...
Oh, I said I will rule you have to get at least 4 hours of sleep.
Okay, well, I will take the first shift up until my 4 hours of needed sleep.
Okay, so if you take 2 shifts, then somebody else can cover 2 shifts, and then you're good. That said, you have plenty of able bodies. Gaizen and Gelsina both volunteer again.
I'm gonna shoot them down. I mean, if they want to take the one after me, that's fine. But I'm definitely gonna need these 2 shifts to myself.
Alright, so Altus takes the first 2 shifts, and then Gaizen and Gelsina take the... Go ahead.
Dusty will take the first 2 shifts with him, because I also have not actually burned anything, so I just need a short rest.
Okay.
That's fine.
Dusty and Altus take the first 2 shifts.
Isium gets to take the other shift.
No, Gaizen and Gelsina are going to take it, but Ilderon doesn't really trust you guys, and she's gonna say, "How about we mix it up? Since we're all being hunted, 2 people take each shift."
I mean, we're fine.
And
Miss Richie Pants over there with your nice tent. Why don't you just go get some sleep in your nice tent?
You know, your nice and very targetable tent.
She's going to look offended at Altus and say, "Are you judging me for my status?"
Yeah. Yeah.
More the fact that you're very targetable.
Yeah.
If anything, they'll go for you.
We're literally going out on the road on the warpath, and you brought all of your finery.
And she's going to say, "I've worked for where I'm at. Thank you very much."
That's great.
And then you
die
threw it away
in the clothes you worked for.
No, Dusty's gonna just turn around and is like, and then you threw it away when you abandoned your post, so...
No, this is Ilderon you're talking to. Ilderon did not abandon her post. She was kidnapped by Group C.
Hey.
Oh, this was before I do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ilderon is going to pick up a clump of mud, and she's going to throw it at Altus.
I'm just gonna let it hit me and be like, I've lived in squalor with these people for a long time now.
I mean, you already look at Dusty. Dusty's been rolling in the mud.
I died in a sewer, Ilderon. Do you think this will bother me?
And
Dusty's already covered in mud. It's like the 2 dirtiest people. It's like,
yeah,
you can't
and
really...
she's going to say, "If you want to spend your life in grime and filth, then fine. But don't criticize the rest of us who want to rise above, who want to rise from it."
The rest of us is you.
The rest of us is just you.
I'm gonna chime and be like, this isn't getting us anywhere. Right now, we need to be in the dirt. We can clean up afterwards. We have plenty of time to clean ourselves up before we reach where we need to.
You can sit up top, but just remember that we make the foundation, and we can easily topple it.
Ooh. 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 Ooh.
Grass is already asleep.
Done it once before, can do it again.
Okay, so we all good to you guys to go to bed? Nighty night. Good night.
Aluharn is she's going to go into her tent and close the flap as angrily as you can close a flap, but you really can't. It's just like she does, and it like flings a little bit of water, just like. But
I just want her to try to do it, and it just fumbles around and falls back down.
No, then she tries again, and she's gonna keep trying, and she just gives up and doesn't make enough noise.
Rips.
Oh my god.
Okay. Are we proceeding into the night, or?
Yeah, we are. It is on the first watch.
I actually do like that line, though. That sounded great.
I think that was the best thing either of us have ever said. Alright, well, to start it off, Dusty, I think, knows most about my black book.
Actually, no, you've never shown Dusty your black book.
Yeah, I did. I showed it to you, when we were
Oh,
in
no,
that
you're
room.
right. You showed it on that night when we were in, Karin's place.
I'm gonna pull that out. I'm gonna write off that your man is, your other apprentice is sloppy. I could detect his conjuration. Well, I'm just gonna be talking to him for a minute, and I send that off.
I guess Dusty will actually be keeping watch while he's busy talking.
He is, you write that in the book?
Yes.
He is, going to say, he's, going to, respond with, he's going to respond, I was not aware he was on your trail. So you have dispatched of him?
Not
sending
yet.
a sending to you.
Okay. I'm just gonna reply. Sorry, I gotta dig deep into my brain real quick.
You know, all 3 inches of it.
Yeah, it's hard. Small brain, not enough cell. Sorry.
I'm gonna give you an intelligence check, DC 16.
Oh god, that's good or bad?
That's hard. That's
That's
below
pretty
very
good.
hard. Yeah.
Do I need to do an intelligence check?
Yep.
Or is that...
There's a base stat, with no proficiency bonus. It's pretty hard.
Oh boy!
You know what? I'm going to give you my
Jesus!
inspiration. Reroll that.
Your boy ain't smart. There we go.
You're
Like,
welcome.
you're thinking on this, you're trying to think of a reply, and you got a sending from this guy in the same voice earlier that said he's found you, and this guy just replied to you and it's like, he said, I wasn't aware my apprentice was onto your trail, so you've dispatched of him. I was like, wait, what?
I'm gonna put in a... You know what? Actually, I don't think it's the master. I think it's the other apprentice toying with me, or the other apprentice originally toyed with me in the first place. So I'm gonna send off... what was the nonsense of you telling me that he was on my trail? How do you not know this?
Is that how you respond to the sending?
Yeah.
God, is he gonna burn another 3rd level spell? He's not gonna burn another 3rd level spell to send you another sending on this. Yeah, on this point, it's on Altus to put it together. Just like you respond to that sending, and then you hear silence.
That's fine. Okay, I'm going to cast Detect Magic now.
You want a ritual cast, or are you going to actually spend the slot?
What's a ritual cast?
You just spend 10 minutes to cast it for free.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
I don't think sorcerers get at ritual casting.
They
Yeah,
cannot. They
Okay.
cannot.
Yeah, they can.
Then we'll just, let's use Detect Magic again.
They're capable of ritual casting.
Let me double check that for you. It's in their spellcasting thing.
Like,
They do not get ritual casting.
oh, wait, no, you need to grab the...
clerics,
you need to-
druids, and wizards.
That's fine.
Well, there's a feat that you
Yeah.
can grab, and sorcerers are capable of grabbing that feat.
Okay, you burn another detect magic.
Yes.
You don't detect any magic within 30. Well, you don't detect any magic within 30 feet of you that isn't coming from a party member.
He's close. He's watching us.
Oh, do you say that to me?
Yes.
Should I go
I don't
with the
detect
others,
it.
or
I don't detect his conjuration anymore. He's somewhere close by, listening and watching.
do you want me
if we-
to
if we
quietly
wake
wake
every-
the others, or?
If we do that, he's gonna see you move. I don't. Are we in front of campfire or is it like complete
No,
isolated?
Dusty would have made sure to, you know,
Okay.
Dusty.
However, there are beings
Yeah.
that have. We don't know his race, so he could
It's
have the
hard-
ability to see it.
It's hard to get a campfire going tonight. Luckily, Ilderon is so warm that you guys don't really have to worry about it. But if this weather keeps up in the ardor, you guys would have to sleep around one. Otherwise, you're going to start incurring exhaustion from the freezing rain.
But no, it's like, I can go quietly wake everyone up.
Yeah,
Just, like, kind of
let's-
sneak over.
Trying to think of who's.
Or do you want me to just
I-
wake up a specific few and let the others?
I would say I see him.
Nobody's
Right.
sleeping yet. Everybody's like getting ready for the night.
Okay, well we
Oh,
can
really?
sneak and get Isium, Grax, and Gelsina. She'll probably be
Okay,
useful for this.
so-
She's a good alarm if anything goes wrong.
Alright, I guess Dusty will quietly make his way back to the group.
Okay, you guys are going to
wake up Dad because he'll kill me.
you guys are going to leave
that's
your
22.
or Dusty's going to leave his guard perch and start heading back to the camp.
Stealth
it's-
check would be at 22.
Okay. Well,
he has a belt.
as you do that, you guys like looking back towards camp. You're going to see Ilderon's tent flap open, and she is going to walk out of it towards Altus.
Oh boy. Wowee.
Not a great time. Not a great time.
Yes, Lil Haran? Wowee.
Yeah. She's so you Dusty heads back to camp and starts waking up people. A little
Well,
hard.
basically, just like letting know the people is like, hey, something might be up. Get ready for a fight.
A little Haran is going to walk over to
Altus.
and sit down at where Dusty once was. And she's going to say, Altus, I want to apologize for losing my temper earlier.
Thank you.
Um,
I don't deal with these things well. Most people don't apologize.
she's going to say, my sister and I, we worked in the fields north of Mirian. She's gonna shake her head and say, Ilderon doesn't have ranks of citizenship, but we were below peasants. We were farmhands for a nobody merchant out in northern Ilderon.
That's great. We're not mad at you for being rich and working your way out of that. We're just trying not to die out on the open road or draw attention to ourselves, and a woman and clad white and gold doesn't really help.
She's gonna say, members of the Risen were the only ones who ever treated us with any amount of respect. When we saw them, we knew we were safe. When we saw them, we knew they would help us. And she's gonna say, that's what my uniform, that's what my dress code conveys.
And at the moment, we're on a mission to create peace with people who probably know that we're on our way because of loose lips and snakes in the grass. And drawing more attention than is needed, uniform or not, does not help us. I understand your uniform is to help others, or to show others that you can be trusted, but maybe just once espionage should be something you should look into.
She is gonna nod and say, I understand. I just wanted you to understand me. And then say they taught us a minor amount of magic.
Magic.
When we joined, and she nods and says, if you allow me, she gestures to the spot of mud she threw at you.
Oh, that's, yeah, sure.
She casts Prestidigitation and cleans the grime off of you. And
Well,
she's... Oh, go ahead.
With you knowing magic, what... Thank you for cleaning me, but what other magic might you know that could maybe come in handy?
A little Harin is going to shake her head and say, not much. I'm just an initiate. And she scratches her head and says, a cantrip and a spell or two. She says, I can identify things, but it was only for my job when I used to work the archives.
Yeah, but you've tracked us down a number of times. You've got to have something that helps you with tracking.
She shakes her head and says, no, I'm just good at reading people. And a little Harin is incredibly smart.
Alright, well, I'm gonna let her in on the secret.
After she's cleaned your armor, she's like started to walk away. Like you stopped her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tell her to stop and wait a minute. There's more going on than sack packs, as you probably figured out. We're gonna need some help. If we don't act probably within the next few minutes and get the leg up, we're probably all going to die.
She's gonna look around and say, who's after us?
I can't say, but I do know what they're capable of. And what they're capable of is not good for any of you.
You're gonna see her close her eyes for a second, inhale and exhale as the rain is wetting her cloak, and it's, dripping down onto her face. And she's going to say, when you and Lumigrax withhold information from me, it makes it very difficult for me to give you my all.
The problem is the information that I could disclose to you might not help me to have your likeness, your friendship, your kinship.
She is going to say, my friendship was off the table when I watched you and Icium kill innocents in Isildred. I'm here because it's the right thing to do.
Forced to kill innocents.
Wait, we killed innocents? I don't remember that.
Oh, you weren't there yet.
Yeah, Icium and Altus Hunga lady.
The first steps into Isildred.
Okay.
There for like an hour, kills a person.
I'm gonna say still forced and allegedly.
You didn't break any Ilderon law.
Yeah. So technically we didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, you did a lot wrong. You just didn't do anything legally wrong that causes a little Harin.
We did nothing wrong. We survived.
We're the most morally ambiguous people.
But I'm going to tell you, just know that the cause that I am after is just, and that I'm trying to prevent everything that we love and hold dear from being taken from us, and that I need her to trust me, even if it's just this once.
She is going to, say, Altus, dear, I'm trained in the art of politics, and my station demands I extend my service to you with elegance and civility. I ask for a second if I can speak to you as an equal and not a member of the Risen speaking to a citizen.
Okay.
And she's gonna say, you're not very intelligent.
No.
And if you would just share with me, I can help and advise you in a situation like this.
Alright, I have a question out of character.
Yes.
I don't know, I know there's not, if I talk around the book, can the book transmit what I say? Or is it only if I write
You don't know that.
I don't know that. So it could just be a one-way walkie-talkie all the time, or not. I'd have to take the gamble on that. Oh god, it's hard being Anakin Skywalker. I can see why you did it all now.
Right.
Are
you gonna slaughter younglings? Do we have to protect Gelsina and...
No.
They-
All of you are technically the younglings, I think.
So we have to protect all ourselves?
Potentially.
Maybe. Order 66.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to start whispering to everyone. You know, I'll clue in as much as I can, but I'm gonna get, Dusty has probably gotten Icium and Lumagrax up by now, and Gelsina. I'm gonna have them all come over.
Probably.
And,
Okay.
I'm going to say, alright, now, Dusty and I talked about this a little bit earlier. I believe well, no, Netra's not here. Netra knows a little bit about it, but she can wake up when the alarm goes off. There is a necromancer following us that can steal our souls. Any questions?
Oh my god.
Alohar, or not Aloharan, Gelsina is going to raise her hand.
Yes. Yes, Gelsina. Yes, my sweet summer child.
She's gonna say, what's his name?
I'm just gonna look down, hand on my forehead, very large inhale, and just go to any other questions.
How do we kill it?
Alohar is going to
the
say,
normal way we kill people.
why?
Power and a long quest.
That was not an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was an answer, it's just not the one you were looking for.
All we need to worry about is not a why, but a when and how. I was detecting magic on the road, and I detected his conjuration following us. And once we set up camp and sat down and got ready for everything, I tried to detect magic again, and I did not sense it. So he is somewhere around us right now, and we don't know fully what he's capable of besides do not get touched. Do not let him touch you at all. You need to not get touched.
Gelsina is gonna raise her hand again. And
Yes,
Aloharan's
Gelsina.
gonna look at her and say, this isn't a classroom. She looks at her and says, what's a classroom? And Aloharan's gonna shake her head. Gelsina says, she's gonna say, this necromancer, is that face made of shadows I saw earlier?
You saw this and you didn't elaborate more. Gelsina.
She's gonna say, well, I threw my spear at it and I freaked everybody out. I didn't know if it was real.
It's probably very real. So
And it
yes,
wants
thank
us
you.
very dead.
And
I'm gonna tell the best plan of action is to sweep the area around us. Watch out, because he might be using invisibility. If you detect anything at all, scream. Get ready for the fight. This is going to be one of the hardest things any of us have gone through. Tonight, we win, or we don't make it to Ardor.
Ilderon is going to speak up and say, I think we should involve the cleric. If we're dealing with the necromancer, a lot of their power comes in commanding the undead. Naturally, Alilia's light rebukes them.
Involving Lydia might not be in our best option. If anything happens to her, we die. Well, at least I die, and Isium dies. Her surviving is us surviving.
So we sweep around the camp and we leave them open. And she's going to say, we should at least tell Geisen then, so he should be aware.
We don't want to cause panic, but we can let Geisen know to be on guard. That we heard something and that we need to sweep the fields because we just want to make sure everything is fine. If we worry the others, we might lose our chance and be attacked at a different time. And I also look at Gelsina and, keep it down as well.
And she's going to point to Gelsina and say, and is what she said correct? A face composed of shadows?
Well, I haven't seen it, I've only detected it, but that could be his conjuration, or it could have been just an illusion.
I would have assumed I've done this. Like, at what point does Dusty come back into this?
Yeah, you're in this.
You've already come back, yeah.
Lumagrax and Dusty and Isium and Gelsina and
it's like, I can verify that, yes, it is the shadow face thing.
Am I still sleeping?
Yes.
Yeah, you're lying down and going to, getting to rest. The first watch, they're all up, patrolling the camp. If you look over, you see they've called some more people to them, but it doesn't seem like anything terrible is happening. Alright, Ilderon is going to say, I'll volunteer to handle the Sunyeth. I'll talk to Geisen.
Alright.
Maybe we want to let our other fighters know as well.
I see them. Where are what locations are around us that someone could hide? You're the one with all the land knowledge.
Isium is gonna snap and say, "You're right. I do know things." He's gonna scratch his head and say, "I've never mapped this region before." He rolled a 1. He rolled a 3 and has -2 to his intelligence.
We are going to die.
Alright, well, Grax, what do you just wanna walk in a direction, Grax?
Yeah.
Alright.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll scout north, Dusty, you take west, Grax take east.
Wait. Question, so we're splitting up?
Yes. We're splitting up, but just to sweep around the camp. We're not going far. If anything happens, we are in a running distance. If you go down quickly, we'll try it and do something.
This is a bad idea.
We're going to move in a clockwise motion, so that way we're always on each other's backs. And then we're going to expand the circle every 10 steps.
Okay, guys. Bad guy's plan of looking for the enemy. Alright? None of us look at each other. If we hear a noise, we only go and investigate that noise for 10 seconds, and then we go back to our regular patrol.
This is exactly what you're not supposed to do.
No, listen. By moving in a clockwise motion, all of us, and following along each other's backs from the respective directions that we're heading, 10 seconds expanding the circle, or 10 footsteps each, expanding the circle. We'll always have vision on one another, or at least one of us having vision on the other. This can work.
I guess.
If we're lucky, Grax, you'll be attacked first. You're big and strong.
So, let's get this right. Altus has west.
Altus has north.
Okay, Altus has north.
Dusty has west.
Dusty has
Grax
west.
has east.
Grax has
Iceam
east.
has south.
Okay. Ilderon's going to camp to talk to Geisen. Gelsina is like pumped. She's got her spear out in her hand. She's gonna say, "What's my job?"
You can come with me.
And she's gonna say, "Yes." And
We're
she's
gonna get along.
yeah, she's gonna like start thrusting her spear forward and say, "Feicho never picked me to stab things, but God, I was so good at it."
If I die, I'm gonna haunt your ass.
I love that, actually. Could you, like, get inside of a human skull for me? And I could keep you as a pet?
Alright.
Skullby?
So, back at camp, Celebris and Netra. You guys are going to see Ilderon walk from the little guard station that Altus has set up, where he's like keeping watch northwards, back towards camp.
Being lovingly kept out
yeah.
of everything.
A couple people are talking to him, and then they all split off in a direction and start walking. Ilderon walks through camp. As you guys are like setting up your bedrolls in this rain and mud. She's going to nod to each of you, walk by you, and walk to Lydia, who is sitting. She's going to be sitting with her arms wrapped around her legs, and Geisen, who's reclined next to her, and she's going to say, "Captain Geisen, or Captain Windspear." He looks to her, sir, and she gestures. With her head eastward and says a word. He's gonna stand up, and they walk away together.
Netra, I really don't feel comfortable with the entire situation.
I can't hear you. Sorry, what?
I said I don't feel comfortable with the entire situation now happening. Altus is marshalling troops, and Aloha talking to Geisen by herself.
Who's talking to guys about yourself?
You're really quiet for me.
Yeah,
Sorry, is that better?
Yeah.
Alright. Aloharan has pulled Geisen to talk by themselves. That doesn't bode well in my eyes. With Altus marshalling people.
Marshalling?
Does he see the threat? Like, what is... Is the threat actually here? Like, is he actually seeing the threat? Because that's the only time I would actually want... I would think that would be necessary to marshal everybody to have these private chats.
I don't know. He hasn't said anything to us.
Alright, well, I'm gonna talk to Ilderon and guys, and then...
They're trying to be quiet about their conversation, but they are not being very quiet. It looks like Lydia's listening in intently. They're in a small little debate in hushed whispers.
So I'm gonna walk in and be like, I really don't think the best course of action is for us to be splitting up the small little groups, having small little discussions, if there really is a threat out there. Like, I'm just gonna walk up and say that. I'm gonna pass Lydia and like go straight up to the two of them.
Ilderon is going to say, I can't help but agree. And she's going to say, I'm only trying to help as your companions are, and how your companions function. Geisen is gonna say, tough shit. I've killed dozens of necromancers before. If he shows his face, we'll kill him.
Oh,
Same as before.
Well, it's a black liquid as far as I know, so unless you can kill liquids with just a sword,
She,
don't think it's gonna help.
9,000 degree knife evaporates our liquid.
Unless you have some sort of special blade.
Lydia looks a little bit panicked when you say that, and say, black liquid?
Black liquid, and he was saying not to touch it. So, again, we shouldn't be split up like this. We're better as a group.
Lydia's gonna speak up and say a whole body composed of it.
I don't know other specifics. All I know is black liquid.
Lil Haran's going to shrug and say, the girl says she saw a face made of it. I didn't see it. Lydia is going to say, that's no necromancer. One of those things kidnapped me out of my cell in Dockensdale. That's what dragged me to Iseldred.
So one of these things should send us back to Iseldred.
It's sad because I know what it does.
I'm gonna say again, you know what? Let's have this conversation with everybody. So we can share the information and actually come up with a plan.
Anyway, how's our patrols going?
Yeah,
Are we all moving in our clockwise motion?
Yeah, speaking of which, let us see. Alright, so who was getting south? Icium was getting south. Cool. Alright, as Altus is heading north, Gelsina has got her spear out, and she's thrusting it forward, and is like, yeah, if I see it, I'm gonna put it in like this, and twist it, because when you twist it, it hurts more. And then she's gonna bring her spear over her head, and then it's like, sometimes you can bring it down like this, and if they try and run, I'm a pretty good shot with this thing. She's gonna say, you wanna see? You wanna see?
I'm gonna say, not now, Gelsina, calm, tracking.
Mm-hmm.
Once we found him, you can throw the spear, you can stab him, you can stab the corpse for days. But we have to be quiet and find him first.
Alright. You guys continue walking.
I do want to stipulate, just in case, like, because with the walking we are, we're doing the clockwise motion, not just walking straight north.
Lumagrax. You don't see anything eastward. You had east, right?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, and Dusty doesn't see anything northwards.
I'm west.
Or westwards, yeah.
Well, we'll all be seeing each direction through the perimeter movement. That way, if one person misses something, another person might not, and as well, it allows us to, once again, stay with invisibility, and move as a unit, and form a perimeter that we should be able to detect anyone that's trying to stalk us.
Alright. What do you guys want to do next?
I'm gonna try and pull everybody together.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and find where Altus specifically. I'm gonna take a little harm with me, so that she doesn't freak out or anything. And so we can all come back to as a group and have a conversation together, because I don't want to be split up like this.
Alright.
So do you come to me now?
Yes.
Yeah, you get Altus together, Gelsina, call the Lumagrax. Lumagrax.
No. I was gonna stop. I was gonna stop her before she calls to everyone. I'm gonna say, what are you doing here? You are one of the only lines of defense for Lydia.
Lydia's coming in this direction too with her.
Oh lord, everyone's gonna. Oh god. There's a reason for perimeters, people.
There's also a reason why we shouldn't be splitting up with misinformation.
It's not splitting up. Perimeter movement is not splitting up. We're invisible. We're visible to each other by putting our greatest asset on the field.
And one of us gets jumped while we're not close enough to the other person.
We're all within running distance of each other.
We're all within running distance of each other as well. The people that I put out are our greatest stealther, Icium, who just manages to get out of anything.
Well, either way, the main thing I wanted to get done is communication. Because O'Haran has information about this black liquid, and you do, and I think it's best if we just piece it all together so we know exactly what we're dealing with, so we don't freak out.
Lydia is going to say, she's going to raise her hand and say, well, no, she's not going to raise her hand. She's going to say, yeah, whatever this thing is, it's not a necromancer. It's what dragged me to Iseldred. It's a friend of my father's.
It's not a friend of ours.
Altus, do you want to share as well?
I'm trying to think of a way.
You can start by talking. That always helps, I hear.
All I know is we're being hunted right now. Talking like this and disrupting the perimeter could let the target get away, or put our targets on the front line, which they're standing in front of me now.
Geisen joins the circle too. Lil Haren's here also.
Alright, well while we're all tired, I'm gonna motion that we're walking in this clockwise movement to keep the perimeter going. You guys can talk.
Well, if everybody's already awake, what is this? Why can't we just have a huddle, a powwow? Like, what's...
Because we're being watched, I want my secret weapons. Celebrus is our secret weapon. You can protect Lydia. Celebrus can protect Lydia. We can't have Celebrus walking around because he's huge. It'd be easily avoidable.
Celebrus isn't walking around.
Exactly. Father A will handle the liquid man.
Can you...
Lil Haren's going to speak up and say, "Everyone, where's Icium?"
This is exactly why I kept trying to motion you guys away. Everyone to Icium's last position.
Alright, moving to where Icium was supposed to be south.
Yes. Icium was south in the clockwise movement, so he could be west or whatever, but we have...
You guys
Icium?
don't see Icium. That would have been Lumigrax.
Yeah, Grax. Did you see anything?
According to the god, no.
Yeah, Lumigrax's passive perception was 14. You did not see anything.
That's fine.
Wouldn't there be active perceptions?
Say it again?
Wouldn't there be active perception checks for...
Yeah, during a perimeter sweep.
Yeah, it would have been active if you guys wanted to roll active.
Oh, okay, I thought with the perimeter it would just... Active. Yeah, we're searching!
Let me know! You guys just told me you're walking around in a circle.
We were doing a perimeter, Brandon! We were waiting for you to tell us to make the roll!
As far as I know, when you're making a perimeter, I assumed you guys are going to be doing that for an hour using your passive perception.
No, Brandon, we're going to walk in a goddamn circle!
Alright.
Looking at the clouds!
Hey, your passive perception is not paying attention. Like, the whole time
it's like instinct.
The whole time you're alert and you're still observant of things. It's just like, do you want to focus on something? 14? No, Lumigrax didn't see anything.
I thought it meant, like, with everything I said, it was just going to be active. I thought about it, too, after I said all of it, and we moved on to, like, a little hard going to talk to guys, and I was like, I probably really should say to make sure to actively search, and I was like, no! I don't need to stipulate that.
No, we thought Brandon was smarter than a pile of bricks.
Here is the thing. Even if you guys didn't say that to me,
yeah,
you guys didn't voice that, and to Lumigrax, like, Lumigrax, look at your hand. There's nothing on your hand. Like, Lumigrax is going to do what you tell him to do.
He's going to pick up...
Walk around in a circle. Okay.
No, he's going to... The last thing that was written on my hand is pick up...
Okay, fair enough with Lumigrax, but still, I'm not letting this go, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he will do when you tell him to look at his hand.
Yes. You guys didn't see anything, though.
Dusty, you're the nimblest and the stealthiest. Detect. Go, my bloodhound.
Geisen is going to say, back when our order was fully equipped, we had a ranger who could track these sorts of things.
Do you have any information on how he did it? On anything that's going to save all of your lives?
He's gonna shake his head and say her mother was a hunter. She knew tracks, footsteps, the size of them, the spacing apart. He's gonna shake his head and say, "Look, I'm trained in combat. The fractions of seconds, reading another opponent as they're swinging and attacking at you." And he's gonna say that was her bill.
I'm gonna need you to take Lydia back to camp in the center. Tell Celebrus what is going on. You two are the...
He's the one that told me about, like, worried about what's going on.
No. I'm telling guys to let Celebrus know what is going on.
Yeah, Celebrus knows. By the way,
Fully, like all of it.
Well, he knows what was discussed with the Lil Haran, Geisen, and Lydia and Netra, because they were talking loudly.
Yeah, I'm talking about everything like in the little circle we have going.
Okay.
Like to tell him what's going on. That you and him are the last line of defense for Lydia. And we will alert to know when things are good or if we need help. We should be fine. But if it comes down to it, Celebrus is the secret weapon. He is a mountain of man. This person doesn't know his abilities. He hasn't seen him fight.
Alright. Heading back to camp. Lydia and Geisen go. Celebrus is there with you, right? I assume Celebrus left with Netra.
No, you said Celebrus was still back at the camp.
Yeah, I didn't think Celebrus followed me at all.
I stayed at the campsite.
Okay. Yeah, Netra and Geisen... Lydia and Geisen are going to head back to Celebrus. They're about 60 feet out from you.
Let's see. He would have to have left tracks. Dusty should be good at finding tracks. He lived in the sewers and scrounging for food. There's got to be, like, poop tracks and... There's the whole Abyssal Dread was just garbage and mud and rocks and... crap.
You would think.
You're being very vitriolic about this.
I was about to say, you are greatly overestimating my abilities to find people with a -1 modifier.
You can roll me a survival check. Gilcina?
-1 modifier.
Yeah, Gilcina will do it. And she's gonna say, tracking? I got that. And...
Find out where Icium went. Follow his smell, child.
I would say I'm good at sneaking around people. I'm not good at finding people.
She is going to look down, start looking through the mud, and she's gonna say, Geisen say that ranger used to do it with footprints. Look, these are footprints. They go this direction, and this direction, and this direction.
Oh my god!
And are they our footsteps, Gilcina, or are they going away?
Do we know which ones is Icium's?
Yeah, she's going to say, these might be my footprints, as she's eventually gets onto her own trail.
Great job, you found yourself.
I wish I had a webcam on me right now.
Yeah, and she's gonna point to Dusty and say, I'd like to see you do better. Or, wait, no. I feel like when you say, good job, you found yourself, she's gonna actually instead go, yes!
No, this is like the difference between you and me is that I know I can't follow it. That's out of character, by the way, but you know.
Yeah.
Is it still raining?
It is. It has actually started raining more. The weather
I was gonna light the entire field on fire out of anger.
Just like throws one like firebolt and it's just like fizzles. Like I can't even blow off steam.
Well, it is.
I was about to say, screw it, I'll find him, and then just light it all on fire and flush him out. But
I do like
back to this Dread rules.
Hey, this was actually a random die that it started raining today. And then I rolled what the weather would be like leading into tomorrow, and it intensified.
It's like it got worse.
I cursed the weather god.
No, Dusty, if anything, like Dusty is just like, and it's like I never left home.
All right, back at camp. Celebrus, you see Geisen and Lydia walking. Geisen's gonna call out and say, whatever weird force it was that kidnapped Lydia and took her to Isildred, it's back.
Is it looking for anybody in particular, or all of us?
No, he called to Celebrus. Yeah.
Lydia, do you know what, in even a general idea of what it might be?
She is going to nod and say, There were three of them. They took me out of my cell in Dockensdale. They were strong. They overpowered the guard who was watching me. They knocked me unconscious. I woke up in Isildred. My father was there. They bowed to him, and then the Overlord locked me away in the bottom of that tower. The next thing I know, it had been maybe days, hours, I don't know, that Netra showed up, and I told her about it, and then soon Icium showed up, and you were there, and you rescued all of us. She's going to say, I don't know what forces my father has contacted that has power with, but I don't know what else could slip into Isildred in and out like that. She shakes her head.
Get over next to me. I'm gonna try something. It may or may not work. I don't know, because I don't know exactly what we're dealing with.
You're low again, I think. I can barely hear you.
Sorry, my mic keeps slipping away from my face. Is that better?
Yeah.
Her and Geisen are going to walk towards you.
I'm gonna set off a divine sense.
A divine sense, that's 60 feet?
60 feet, fiend, undead, or celestial.
Fiend, undead, or celestial.
Just check I didn't miss.
You are not going to sense anything out here.
Well, not undead or fiend or celestial, whatever this is. Or at least not within near us. Can I do an active perception, see if something's skulking up?
You can. Meanwhile, what's everybody else doing?
Trying to track Icium, I guess.
I guess I won't be help with that. I won't be much help with that, so I'll wait in the center. Wait for somebody to call me.
Okay. You guys try and track Icium. How do you do so?
With the rain, are we like? Is it like large grass field or?
Yeah. So the road, there would be a few trees along it ever so often and wooden posts. You guys are off the road in a small clearing of a campsite where all the trees have been cut down.
It should just be tall grass, and then there's a riverbank.
Yeah, and then there's the riverbank eastward of you, probably about a half a mile.
If he was grabbed south, he couldn't have head north because it would have been into the camp. So he could only have gone east-west. He could only go the lower half of the compass. That does, so if we create a line, a straight line, all looking forward, perimetering a line, using active perception, everybody, we should be able to find him easily.
Assuming that this thing that Lydia told you has the ability to slip in and out of the planar fabric of the world, follows the laws of physics, and went in that direction.
Like, we don't know if it already might have taken Icium back to Isildred or wherever else.
Definitely not to Isildred.
How about this? So I will prompt you guys for a check. How about you guys give me a survival check on Icium's tracks?
All of us?
Whoever wants to roll it. Gilcina tried. You guys told her to do it, and like...
Oh, it's better than before.
Yeah, you're gonna find the same tracks, and you guys are gonna see why Gilcina got lost on this. But yeah, you guys can follow those tracks for a minute trying to sort out which ones are which. And she'll try one last time. Oh, that's not good either. Okay. Back in the campsite. As you are trying to sense around, let us see. There's going to be a bean composing completely of that black liquid bubbling up and then forming into a person stepping out of the mold, and then it splashes away. He looks at Celebris, Geisen, and Lydia, and he is going to speak and say, Lydia, when my followers told me that they had found the envoy, I didn't expect it to be you. Lydia is going to step back. Geisen steps in front of her, sword out. Same thing, behind Lydia, the pool of, or rather the beam of the, are those little tiny like leech-like blobs of shadow goo start forming into a person, and he steps out of it behind Lydia on the other side of Geisen.
I'm summoning out my axe and I'm covering her.
Okay. And he is going to say, there are many reasons Artisarai and Alil Nagai cannot have peace. I don't wish it, your father doesn't wish it, and neither one of us wishes for it to cost you your life.
Well, first off...
Go ahead.
I could give two shits.
He is going to hold a hand out and says, silence, you will die in a second. Lydia, come with me before these fools are killed.
Oh my god.
Oh, that just pissed me off.
Can we set like some anime music in the background?
I am talking with my...
Lydia is going to say, I don't want any part of my father's plots or schemes. And he is going to say, foolish child. And
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Interject. Since okay, we were northward, moved southward, which means we're heading back towards the camp. Are we within visible range of him at this time? Because he's talked for a minute, allowing us ample time to move on our...
No, you guys are tracking.
Okay.
Yeah, this is happening simultaneously.
Okay.
Does Celebris say anything?
Celebris, looking at this blob of a humanoid.
He's completely tangible. It seems he's shadow stepping.
Is gonna
That's a word for it.
Say, you know, you taking her once was not because I wasn't there. Now that I am, I will make sure you visit the bridge, and Renolta has a very fun time with you. And I'm going to rage and charge him.
Okay, you are going to charge him. You go straight through him as he dissolves into a pool of shadows. And he is... one more morality die on him. And...
Detra's there.
But I was staying with you and with Celebris. We see him pop up, right?
Yeah. If you see this, you see a figure in camp talking to these three. And go ahead.
Can I run toward him and prepare something How are we like rolling initiative or something? Like, what is happening right now?
He is opening his mouth to speak again. Do you want to charge at him also?
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic at his location.
Okay. On him, Netra is going to begin to make that check. And before you do, something very quick is going to like come and smack the side of your face. Let me see something right here. Okay, you are going to make that Dispel check. As you do, a creature is going to be composed of shadows immediately right next to you, and it attacks you, hitting your AC, and dealing, oh wow, garbage, Dookie, 12 points of bludgeoning damage. It punches you across the face.
He hit 19?
Yes, he did. You're going to take the 9 points. Your Dispel Magic does go off, and he is going to say, "Not so fast, Paladin." Whatever this figure is in front of you. Roll me a Dispel check against Tengu, the 5th Ascended.
What do you mean Dispel check?
You cast Dispel
right,
Magic on him. The effects are higher level than the 3rd level spell slot.
So what kind of roll do I make again?
Roll me 3 d20s and add your charisma to each one.
What the fuck?
Alright, you are going to... you're not going to be able to dispel any of the effects affecting him. And he is going... Like, as that happens, he is going to say... he's
actually astronomically bad.
Yeah. He's going to say, "Fine, will your fate whatever it may be, child. But I shall tell your father, your blood's on your own head."
Alarms, alert, someone,
he snaps his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these figures appear around the party. And is he going to stay and watch this? You know what? When in doubt, one more morality die. He's gonna shake his head. Same thing happens. Those blobs of shadow goop are going to compose into a person. He steps into it, and it splashes away, dissolving. He is gone. Gaizen is going to scream, charging at one of these figures. The rest of the party is alerted to combat in the camp.
We return with post haste.
Yeah, we'll pick up here next session.
Well, there's 1 o'clock.
Alright. We'll handle experience next session too. And that will hopefully be the end of this leg of the campaign. When your master told you he's found you, and then you got the information that it wasn't the apprentice, the other person your master told you to kill to look out for is Tengu, the 5th Ascended. So
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, so when it's just like... Yeah, when it was just like, oh, it's not... Yeah, the apprentice. It's like, well, who is it? It's like, who else did I tell you to kill? But I was like, is he gonna waste a 3rd level spell slot to tell you that? No, he's not.
He's just like, you know what, he'll figure it out.
So you said we're getting experience next week?
Yes, we will.
Do I get extra experience for waking you up to cover the session?
I would like to reward that, but instead I'll reward you guys in loot points at the end of this fight for that.
I'm just gonna start doing history checks.
To see who dies or not.
No one's gonna die. We've got this, except for Icium. He's probably very dead.
I did tell you. I gave you that intelligence check to try and piece it together. But it was stuff that I feel like even as a player, you would need a hand in, like, finding the strings and how they connect. Which is why I was, like, having a little hard and push so hard of just tell her! She's so smart! Just tell her!
Yeah, if I go, hey, I've got, I'm in leagues with
I understand that. I understand where Altus is coming from.
I am the city.
I don't know. Dusty is morally flexible, so he doesn't really care what Altus is actually doing as long as he ends up alright.
Alright,
Hey, if you ever need a spy for your evil empire, give me a call.
Do you guys want to schedule this for your next scheduled date on the 28th, or do you guys want to play next week on the 21st? Because I can do either.
Next week would work best for me, because on the 27th I have a friend flying down from Boston.
Okay, well,
I'm actually going to Boston for PAX on the 28th, or... Yeah, the
28th. Both work for me. So.
We'll do the 21st then.
Cool.
Alright, I will see you guys on the 21st, and we will pick up with combat.
It was fun,